Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 10 members and a quorum, Mr. President.
Very good. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of April 26, 2023.
Councilmember Rahman moves. Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Combinatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Hernandez moves. Councilmember Price seconds. Next.
Mr. President, today is
Hello,
Tuesday and it's
everyone.
time for the flag salute.
Very good. If I
Time
could
for the
ask
flag
our
salute, everybody, like a little
members and
kid.
guests
Get
in the
up.
chamber to please
Come on,
rise.
put your hand over your
Councilmember
heart.
Yaroslavsky, could you please lead us in the flag salute?
Could you just please lead us in the flag salute? Of America, to the republic for which it stands. I feel like I'm back in fucking elementary school again. Straight elementary school. When was the last time you did that, ladies and gentlemen? Elementary school? 5th grade?
Thank you.
6th grade?
Mr. Clerk, let's run through the agenda, please.
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 27 to Wednesday, July 5th, 2023, and there is also a request to continue item 35 to May 16th, 2023.
Very good. Without objection, that'll be the order. Next.
Item 1 is an item notice for public hearing.
Hold on, guys.
Items
Fix
2
my
through
glasses here.
26 are items for which public hearings
There we go.
have been held.
There we go.
There is a technical correction to
Good
item
morning,
10 on the
everybody.
council agenda. The secondary statement of the recommendation should state,
Feel old?
Ms. Pack resides in Council District 11. Items 28
92 was the
through
last time?
34
It's a long time ago.
and 36, 37, and 38
All right, let
are
me get
items
my-
for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are
clean?
required for consideration.
Very good. Thank you. Without objection, those items are now before us, members. Do members have any items that they would like to call special?
Fuck the
Councilmember
members and their
McCosker.
special items.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to call 30, 31, and 32 special for comments
High-
and
you did
questions.
that
and
shit
I
in high
believe
school, Jenny?
We need to receive and file item number
Oh,
28.
we were doing that
as
in high school.
That nomination has been withdrawn.
Elementary, yeah. I remember doing that. I don't even remember doing that in junior
item
high.
28. I think if that's a motion, Mr. McCosker,
That'll
I
be
will
my
second.
motion.
I
Thank
will
you.
second that. Thank you.
Stinks is getting better. I mean,
any other specials?
he's still peeing a
Councilmember
lot,
Yaroslavsky.
which is a good thing.
I'd like to call item 17 special for amendment, please.
You know, basically with Stinks, you know, you want him to pee, right? We just don't want to pee everywhere, and he's peeing a lot of places where he shouldn't be, but it's because of the medication. Today was the last meds this morning. So you're supposed to let it wait a week after the medication cycle clears out of his body, and he should gain normal function back, hopefully. But other than that, he's been good, running, eating. Needs to eat more water. I mean, you know, drink more water, but he's not doing that. So what I do is I kind of trick him now. We only give him wet food, which contains more water than dry food, obviously. And then on top of that, what I do is I actually pour water into the wet food to almost make it soupy in a sense. So that way he's forced to drink water and eat. So, yeah. Her hip's getting okay. She's getting there, hopefully in the right direction.
Unless reconsidered with
There
12
we
members
go.
present.
Oh, Mark, I think anybody would do the same for their animal. I don't think I'm anything special or anything different, you know. Yeah, everybody loves them. I love them. You guys love them. You know, you don't want to
And
see them hurt or die.
Mr. President, I
definitely
have
would have
the,
died had he not
amending
peed
motion
anymore.
for item
Got sick.
number 17, if you'd like me to read it in.
Please.
So the motion is that the item be amended to adopt the following additional condition to the conditions of approval.
Well, it's
for
Monday.
the
Maybe they
project.
just felt like working
And the
today.
condition is,
Look at that
the
tie.
project shall comply
fuck?
with Municipal Code Section
That was the one you chose, huh?
112.05,
Yellow and
maximum
silver?
noise level of powered equipment or powered hand tools
Okay.
regarding the operation of powered construction equipment during the project construction, including as necessary through the
Makes sense,
implementation of
BJ.
noise control measures as set forth in
I know
that
you guys said
provision.
that you do the Pedialyte too. I just didn't want to have to force him to. He doesn't like.
Is there a
anything
second
like
to
that.
this motion?
I want to just try to make
Second.
it easy for him, you know. What's up, LBC? That's right. Tons of fun. It's packed in there today. Hopefully, we
I
got
think
some fun
what
today.
I'm going to do is I'm going to invite Mr. McCosker to go to the matters that you've called special. We will not take action on those matters
He's
yet
getting
because
better,
they will
Jack.
require public comment. But I'd like to give you the opportunity first to go ahead and,
Yeah, Christina,
and
he's
take those
getting better.
matters up.
He's on his last med cycle
And
today.
I will be inviting folks to the center table. Is that fine with you, Mr. President?
That absolutely is fine.
Thank you very much. Colleagues,
There
colleagues,
we
we
go.
have
Let's get it.
three
Mr.
extraordinary...
McCosker, I'm sorry, one moment. just for the sake of those who may not have been with us to hear this before, there will be no shouting out in
What do
the
you mean,
audience.
no shouting out?
Anybody who disrupts this meeting for any purpose, for any reason, will be removed from this chambers if you disrupt
course.
this meeting. So
You do anything
that's the
I
only
say you
time
don't
I'm going to
do,
say this today.
You're out.
Mr. McOsker.
What a dictator.
Colleagues, today
Or is
on
he
our
just a
agenda, we
dick?
have many extraordinary commissioners who are being recommended, many commissioners recommended to different commissions. I want to take the opportunity this morning to call special 3 such commissioners who are all being appointed at the same time to the Harbor Commission. And as you know, the Harbor Commission is extraordinarily important to our
Hey,
local
Mr.
economy,
Harlan
our
owns the
regional economy,
harbor.
our national
I
economy,
don't wanna hear
and
nothing
to the
about
local
that. It's
community
Mr.
in the-
Harlan's
in the
harbor.
1 to 5. We have the appointments of Michael Munoz, who I'm going to ask to come to the center table. He's an esteemed research
True
director
swat.
for the LA Alliance for a New Economy, LANE, with which we're all familiar. Mr. Munoz, if you could come forward, and has done extensive work
In their
the
eyes,
harbor area.
Jamie, yes.
We also have, yes.
Yes, yes. Hey, here. I didn't get a harumph out of that
We
guy.
also have former U.S. Representative Lucille Roybal Allard, whose personal history is extraordinary
That's
and family
my
history
property.
extraordinary. If you could also come to the center table.
Oh,
And we have
fuck,
Mr. Lee
come
Williams,
on.
a local San Pedro realtor and a local activist in many
We
causes.
don't
Mr.
want
Williams?
the activists. We want the fucking real people. We don't care about these folks.
I will have some comments that I want to follow the comments of these speakers, of these appointees that are before us today.
No
But
I in
want
there,
to,
Wolf
first
Rance.
thank the mayor
No I in my name.
for being so considerate and so careful to make sure that we had a diverse, experienced, talented,
No shouting?
local and regional set of appointments to this important commission, this commission of 5 that will be
Dixie?
joining 2 other commissioners. But to kick off, I would just like to ask each of you
No,
to
JPO.
tell my colleagues, I know you're eminently well qualified, but to describe to my colleagues some of your life experience, professional experience. and
Really?
what you
Do
would
we
like
need to
bring
hear them
the
be
Harbor
braggadocious
Commission.
about
And I'll begin
themselves?
with Mr. Munoz.
Obviously, they're here for a reason because they've done
Thank you,
something.
Councilmember McCosker.
Now be
Thank you,
braggadocious.
to the council. I also want to start off by thanking the mayor.
I also want to lick the
for,
mayor's dick
for
before I do
nominating me for
anything.
this important
Pull your
position.
cock out, mayor, so I can suck it.
I guess a little bit about myself, my background. I was born and raised in East Los Angeles. My first 4 brothers and sisters were born in Mexico. I was the last 4 were born here in the U.S. And I actually spent my first few years in the Aliso Village housing projects, not too far from here. And watching my father work and become disabled and unable to work when I was actually in middle school really had an impact on my life. And there's several incidents that had deep impacts on my life that made me really want to work for justice and to try and find solutions, especially
Beard
for
game
poor,
is
for
strong,
working
but
class
when you don't
people,
cut it for 91
to
years.
try and really do everything that I could. Every position that I've ever had in my life has been to
Seeds? No,
try
man.
and do good.
Go to
try and make
DNA
people's
and
lives
go buy
better. I've
seeds
worked
from them.
For SEIU, I've worked
You
for
want
the
the bomb
Teamsters.
shit.
I've worked for the National Immigration Law Center, and I've had the honor of the last 5.5 years of working for the LA Alliance for a New Economy, and really working to try and bring justice to truck drivers at the ports. And that's given me a lot of sort of insight and experience in how the port operates and the unique situations at the port, and especially trying to balance the importance of attaining zero emissions while maintaining good jobs. And that's been central
Zero
and core
emissions is
to,
impossible,
the
mister.
work that I've been
So
doing and
there
also
is
my
that.
personal philosophy. So.
Thank you very much. We'll turn now to Mr. Lee Williams.
Okay? Everything has some sort of emission, even you.
Thank you, Councilmember. I'm Lee Williams. I am a resident of San Pedro, California. I've lived in San Pedro for the last 15 years.
San
and
Pete.
I see this opportunity as a great honor, as an honor
Who brought
to the
flowers for
history
them?
of the port, as an honor to the families that represent the port, and as an honor to the legacy that we are working to
That's
create
true, Jenny.
for future generations.
Very true,
on
Jenny.
the
Why don't you
port.
tell them?
Behind me seat a lot
So
of
they know.
people from the harbor
won't believe
area
me.
who have helped guide me through my transition as a new resident to San Pedro and have shown me what is really important. It's the people, and it's the jobs, and it's the opportunities that we're creating.
I didn't know
for
people
the
were
betterment
important until
of the
people told me
world.
that they were important.
So much is happening in San Pedro. So much is happening in the harbor area. So much is happening at the
much.
Port of Los Angeles.
Yeah, we hear
that
it
we
on
need to
Gaffey
continue
every
that
night.
momentum and build upon what we've already started to create a cleaner environment, to create better jobs, and to create further opportunities for all of
Just for the ones who don't know, San Pedro is one of those cities we actually hear about. That street Gaffey is the Figueroa of the South Bay. I'm always telling you guys that. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that. Gaffey is basically the divider in the midst or the middle of San Pedro, pretty much. Okay, so you have the south end of Gaffey, this one street. The southern end is where the lesser homes are at. A lot of gang members. It's tough. It's a rough neighborhood. The northern end, really nice. Homes start at $1 million. They start at $1 million, all the way to $3-4 million, $5 million. So it's a big disparity there between both sides. And again, this is a city in South Bay, just south of LAX airport here. And it is going through some renovation over the last few years, 10 years. It's definitely come up versus down, I would say. So I don't know. I mean, I think they need to address every part of the city and not just the heart of the city, the middle,
Passed by other commissioners, by the city council, who have done so much to support the port.
So he's doing all right.
And not
now. I
only
don't know
am
where
I
he's at
looking
right now.
forward to doing my part, and I have a history already of supporting the port. Many of you may or may not know that.
Hi, Jen.
Many years ago, when I first became a member of Congress and a member of the Appropriations Committee, I was the
Thank you,
one
Jim
who
Eaton.
fought for and obtained the $57 million needed for the port dredging. I also worked with the local stakeholders. after
Apparently not,
9/11
Todd. It's just
to,
fine the way it is.
Bring the
for the last
stakeholders together to form
20
the
years or
Security-
more.
Maritime Security Commission. Recognizing
fine.
how critical the port is to our local areas as well as to the nation. But more than that,
They already banned the leaf
I
blowers,
also
Michael.
see as
Like
a
they're almost done.
responsibility
Like you can't use them anymore. You got to
that
do the
not only do we work
electric.
to-
So that'll be great for the gardeners. Gardeners are going to take forever to get their jobs done. And then when they do the full gas ban on stoves, you'll only have an electrical stove. Then how long is it going to take you to get your meal at a restaurant when they're cooking on electric stoves? Should be pretty awesome with that. Yeah.
their families, and also the families and the community
Well,
in which the port
gas
exists,
blow-
so that they too
gas
can
leaf
enjoy
blowers, see.
many of the advances.
The
we've
electric
made to
ones,
have
no.
Clean air.
They want everybody to.
And
They
a
want
good-
them using electric lawnmowers, electric leaf blowers, so that way it's more quiet and obviously less emissions. That's it. They want basically what they really want you to do is work really hard. They want to make everything exponentially harder on you. That's really what they want, because all their thoughts and theories of zero emission is impossible. Okay. It just is. It's just not possible. Tina Hernandez, thank you so much, Tina.
Money don't
I want to point out that we will hear from some of our public.
Thank you, Jim.
supporting
Thank
these
you, Tina.
nominations.
You guys rock.
I want to especially
Thank you.
acknowledge that Congresswoman Nanette Barragan, representing our area, is here today in support of these nominations.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Talvish.
Congresswoman.
Appreciate
As
you
the
guys.
council member representing the Port of Los Angeles with our neighboring port, Long Beach, we have
Use
the
a
ninth
broom? Good
largest
luck with that,
economy in
lobster.
the U.S. just in this San
You wouldn't
Pedro
say
Bay
that if you had to
complex.
clean houses all
For over
day.
2 decades, the
You
Port of
wouldn't say.
Los Angeles has sustained its rank as #1 in record volumes for containerized trade. And while this is crucial not just for our city, but for the entire country, it's also important to recognize that the port maintains an efficient, and we need to fight to make sure the port maintains an efficient, sustainable supply chain, adopting new technologies to improve its reliability, predictability, and efficiency of the flow of cargo across this global seaborne trade.
But the gas blowers, yes.
Our status is not without its impacts on my community in the
Francine. It's good
1-5.
to see you as well.
The effects on local circulation
Charles.
and traffic, the air quality, the overall quality of life that we have, to be honest, can be harmful as well to my community. This is why I have been very vocal about the need for local representation as well as deep civic engagement in this process. When I was honored to serve under Jim Hahn's administration, we engaged in charter reform along with Supervisor Janice Hahn.
That's it. So they can turn your electricity off, and then that way they can dictate how and when you use your leaf blower and everything else. Oh, hey, that's why I always say it's always good. And that's what I did when I was building my bug out backpack, to go to Amazon and buy yourself some of those at least solar chargers, so you can at least charge your phone and other things, you know. But I truly feel it's that way. They're pushing that way to be able to control you in every shape, form, and fashion. That's why they want you. And again, if you looked at the sheer number of 19 million cars just in my state, how would you charge 19 million cars on the daily? How? You don't have the power now to do it. Forget the fact that you don't have the chargers. Let's just say I go like that, and all of a sudden, the snap of my fingers, there's chargers just absolutely in every single spot, working and proper and everything ready to go. So now what? Where do you get the power from the grid? I'm guessing you get a whole bunch of mice on a wheel? I don't know.
15, and I'm excited, and I have great hope and new beginnings here at the port.
Strong
So
enough
thank
to
you.
charge the phones and stuff, but not strong enough to charge your car. Not yet, anyways.
Thank you very much, Councilmember McOsker. Thank you for your leadership on this and for working closely with the mayor to ensure that we have the best possible harbor commission. This is
Bunny?
the Los Angeles Long Beach Harbor is the
Hi,
most
Tim.
important harbor complex, not in the United States, but in the Western Hemisphere. And it is the single biggest driver of Southern California's economy. But at the same time, it is also the single biggest source of air pollutants that so directly impact not only your district,
City's
but
gonna
the
black
entire
out, you
region.
think?
And so your
we already-
task is going.
But see, that's what I'm trying to explain to you right now. We have something called a rolling blackout. For the ones who don't know and don't live in Southern California, there's something called rolling blackouts. Okay? So all of a sudden you're there, hot as fuck, AC's on, TV's going, and boom, they shut all your shit off. They black out that area, roll the power on out. And that's really what they do. They do that now because they don't have enough power to feed the grid just for sheer ACs on a hot day, just to take care of the cooling. And what they do is they create these cooling centers so people that are don't have as much money, or senior citizens, or whoever has maybe a broken AC, they can go to these cooling centers and cool off. And I'm saying, so you use all that power, forget about all the car power now. I mean, it's just sheerly impossible. Their idea is sheerly impossible. Here we go, guys. Call-ins are starting soon.
45252 and use
Call
meeting
in.
ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted.
See,
for
there you go,
participant
Mark.
ID. Once admitted
So
into
how
the
do you
meeting,
charge that
press
many
star
cars?
9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom
Impossible.
voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Let me repeat. Call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466.
Cannabis growers will be shit out of luck, my
Press
friend.
pound again when prompted
They
for
won't have the
participant
power.
ID.
We won't have the
Once
weed.
admitted into the meeting, press
It'll be
star 9 to
sun-grown.
request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom
Lot of
voice will
cookie
ask you
stuff
to
is
press star
sun-grown.
6 to unmute.
To members of the public calling in and in the room, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak on.
It's the
You
box,
have
yes.
1 minute per
Schweizer,
item
the
to
his
speak,
on-
up to 3 minutes total, and if you wish, 1 minute for general
Tracy,
public
how will I
comment.
call when I do the
Speak
show?
to the items before beginning general public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we can't tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately clearly on topic. If you don't, or you again start
Starting to get a
off
little
topic,
loud in there.
unfortunately, you'll forfeit your speaking time, and we'll move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment are items 1, 17, 28 through 34.
Days in,
and
that's it,
37
Johnny.
and
It's gonna
38.
happen
So
here.
That's 1, 17, and 28 through 38, except for items 35 and 36, which were continued. For
Want me to
members
kick
of
you the fuck
public
out,
calling
Justin
in,
T?
as
How's
you're
that?
Told when it's your turn
For
to speak
fuck's
in
sake.
automated
You want me to
Zoom
kick you the
voice, we'll
fuck out?
prompt you
Let
to
me know.
Press *6 to unmute yourself. If you don't do so, council staff will prompt you once more,
Justin T,
usually by
let me
reading
know.
off the last 4 digits of your phone number. At that
fuck's sake.
point, you need to press *6 right away.
I'm not a
If you
fair
don't,
weather fucking
unfortunately,
fan
we'll
like
move on
you.
to the next speaker.
I stick with my
Now,
team,
there is a
homie.
brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, so 2 things are important.
Some of us only-
First, when it's your
Some of you people only grab your pom-poms when your team's in the playoffs.
turn down the volume on those devices right away and just listen to the phone.
Kick him out?
If you
Should I
keep
just kick
listening
him out?
on multiple
I think I should
devices
just kick
between
him out,
time
huh?
delay and feedback, it causes a huge
Should
amount
let
of
you guys
confusion.
decide.
Secondly, please keep one ear to the phone
Pom-pom
when you're
hold
waiting for your
motherfucker.
turn. We want you to hear in real time when it's your turn to press *6. If you're only listening on another device, unfortunately, you may not hear quickly enough and you could get passed over. With that, Mr. President, we're ready to take public comment in the room.
Very good. Thank you very much. We'll start with those speakers who are here in the council chambers. I'm going to call out a number of names, and as I call your name, if you could please move to your left.
Okay, here we go. Come on.
and the
Please get some
sergeants
good ones
will-
in here
will guide
today.
you up
Please,
to,
I need a
the
good day
speaking
today.
podium.
Please.
I'm going to call
on.
Rashid Balim, Dr. Critical Truth Bay, Veronica Macias,
right, Andrew.
and Stacy Cigar Bollinger, please.
Ah, Stacy Cigar Bollinger's coming up. We got the singer making her way up. Get the mic ready. Oh, I seen my homeboy.
And as they're making their way up, also Demoniki Gilmore and Melanie Morris, please.
I mean, oh, and Kevin DeLeon's there too. Look at him. He's right there, guys. The racist is in the room bright and early. Holy shit.
Whoever is ready to speak, come on
I'm
up.
ready. Introduce the racist. Bring him on out here. Look, the line's getting long already. There's already 10 people in
You don't
line
need
up
to
there.
worry
Look
about
at the line
exact
against
order.
the
If your
pillar
name
over
is
there.
called and you're ready, just come on to the podium.
Hopefully the old man trips everybody with his cane as they walk by.
Whoever is ready to speak, just come on up to the podium and let. And
I was hoping he
go
would.
ahead.
I was hoping they'd fucking.
Hi, if you would be kind
cane 'em.
enough to remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
My name is Edward Marin. I'm a Vietnam veteran. My dad was a World War II veteran.
Thank
Today
you
my
for your
concern
service,
is
bud.
about the Veterans Memorial in East LA, the area known as the Five Points. In 1947, it was dedicated to the Mexicans of American descent. Right now, there are sinister plans to not just change the area, but to rename it. The plans include a huge traffic circle. And as a member of the Boyle Heights East LA Coalition, we are adamantly opposed to this. We have over 6,000 signatures in support. The promoters of this idea try to foist it off as a popular idea, but it is not. There's also a side issue. You know, Evergreen Cemetery is the oldest cemetery
Bye-bye, Bryce,
in the
you
city
pussy.
and has many notables. Sepulvedas, the Lancashires, the Van Nuys, the Hollenbecks, the Workmans, and Andrew Boyle, who did a lot to develop Boyle Heights. The plans are underway to tear into the cemetery for the so-called traffic circle. I say it's a boondoggle, a bad idea, and I appeal to you to scrub this plan. It's evil. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to the war vet.
All right, if I called your name, just come on up.
Skyforge, I don't know if he's there. I'm hoping. I haven't heard his
And
name
as
yet.
you come up, please
I don't
let
see
us
him,
know
but
your
that
name
doesn't
so
mean he's
that
not
I
there
know
or
who
not on the
has spoken.
phone. Or
Buenos días, mi
Hi.
nombre es
Good
Carolina
morning.
Morín, esposa de Eddie Morín.
My name is Carolina Morin, Eddie Morin's wife.
Yo vengo en protesta por
They get hurt by the king's hat, baby.
El memorial de el papá de mi esposo
Pussies.
Eddie Morín.
I'm here in a protest for the removal
Because you guys know that nobody tough, not one tough guy, not one tough girl actually talks tough on the internet. You know that, right? You know that, right? You know that anybody who's in a chat room talking tough are pussies. You do realize that, right? Anybody who's actually tough in the world would never do that. They just wait to see you and blast on you.
Mexicanos y nos quieren hacer
So they
eso,
tell on
quitar
themselves.
el memorial
This
de
is
ahí.
for
That's
all
how you
of,
know they're a fucking
Mexican
pussy.
Americans that have suffered in the war, veterans,
Yeah.
and now they want to remove our memorial.
Absolute truth right there.
Es un honor
Not tough.
de él
They
y de
told on
todos los
themselves. Thanks for
mexicanos
telling on
veteranos
yourself.
de la guerra de Vietnam.
But it's an honor for him and all of the World War and Vietnam War veterans
Y Segunda Guerra Mundial. Y
and
para
Second
todos los-
World War.
Y todas las familias estamos en contra de eso.
So all us families have joined against this.
Muchas gracias. Dios los bendiga.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
God
you.
bless
Gracias.
you. I have not seen the Goat Boy. I mean, I don't know. Mr. Harlan, the Goat Boy, I haven't seen either of them in there. I'm looking in the chambers
Con el
now.
permiso
Yes.
de mis antepasados, pido la palabra. Mi nombre
don't
es
see Mr.
Sofía
Sachs.
Quiñones.
Permission of my ancestors, I ask for this word. My name is Sofia Quiñones.
It could be on the other side,
And I
though.
came here today to talk about the Raúl Morín Square
Porky?
and Memorial Day. We've gathered all these signatures,
That's it, Drone
thousands
Racer.
and thousands of signatures, and we hope to meet with each and every one of you because this is about a legacy of the Mexican community, and also to talk to each and every one of you about a culture of corruption that exists within these chambers, and we have to bring light to it so that you can understand that the
Mr.
process
Harlan, grateful.
that began at this particular intersection was done wrong, and they have violated our rights. And sometimes the agencies that are supposed to do the work don't follow the law. So we hope to meet
He's
with
there,
each and
Harold,
every one
look.
of you so that you can see these signatures, work with us, and so that the city will finally acknowledge what has happened for 173 years.
170.
And that is racism, that's segregation, and the attempted whitewashing of our Mexican monuments. Thank you.
Thank you.
For 173 years? The whitewashing. Everybody wants to be inclusive and not be mean to anybody, but yet everybody hates white people now. White people are the only racist people.
Hello.
Fucking love it.
I'm the president,
That's so fucking
co-founder of
funny.
First Blocks of Whittier Boulevard in Boyle Heights, and I'm also part of the Boyle Heights East LA Coalition. I'm a homeowner and educator who's been in Boyle Heights 18 years. To spend $25 million on an
I have
unwanted
beard, though.
roundabout when
Still
the whole
there.
infrastructure of our
Just
neighborhood
lighter.
needs fixing is ridiculous. We have thousands of major broken sidewalks, chunks of curbs missing, and handicap curbs that are all cracked up.
That's white curbs.
The city and our representatives
Racist
need
white
to listen to
curbs.
the people. A crosswalk and a street signage needs to be put in place at the
Whitewash
historical
curbs.
World War II People's Monument in honor of Mexicanos who have fought and died for this country, and in the memory of the community champion, Raúl Morín needs to be left alone. We have over 6,000 signatures of people who feel this way. The city needs to care for the area. The grass is dead. There's no honor shown by the city nor the county to this area. That's a disgrace and a failure. The community is letting all of you know that about this, and we invite
she's letting you
all
know,
to hold
too.
Parks and Rec accountable to planting native plants and trees and irrigation to show there's accountability and support for the Mexicanos who now
thank
suffer
you.
with
Thank you.
PTSD.
They do, Liz.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Do they not?
Thank you. I'm afraid your time has expired.
They absolutely do.
Thank
do they
you.
not?
I'm afraid your time has expired.
Sorry,
Next
speaker.
speaker, please.
I'm afraid you're going to have to take your kid and get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Who did you bring flowers?
Hello, my name is Marta Jimenez. I'm with the East LA Boyle Heights Coalition, and I am here to constitutionally request for you to get to go to where the potential roundabout is going to be put in place.
Why'd you bring
The
flowers?
Mexican American community and the Latino community do not want the roundabout. We do not want
They
the
racist roundabouts?
sacrifice blood of the soldiers to be obliterated. These people gave their lives, and we ask the city council to please revamp such a project. Instead, try to do beautification of the built environment and the sidewalks and the
Flowers.
road. It is the most dangerous place at the corner of Indiana and Cesar Chavez. Please, by all means possible, do justice. Do not obliterate the history of the Mexican American community and other soldiers. They have the highest number of medals of honor of any other ethnic group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Next
so
speaker,
I'm
please.
guessing there's maybe a mural that they're going to take down of some sort or memorial, and they
Hello,
want to put a
Chavez
roundabout.
Design Different
Stacy
today?
Cigar
I'd
Bollinger.
like to speak on the Harbor Commission appointments, the rent escrow
He's there, he's in
account
there.
program items, I'm not sure which ones
She
those are.
sings to
Item
him.
37 and general public
I
comment.
just want to sing
Okay.
to Kevin since
So
he's here today.
that's 3 minutes for those items, and then a minute for general. So please begin.
Hold on, let me move it so you guys can see
so
Kevin a
starting
little.
with the commissioner appointments.
Okay, there's Kevin, guys, right here.
There's been a lot
This is
of
Kevin.
discussion, I think, in the zeitgeist pretty recently about nepotism in Hollywood and in show business, but I think we really need to look at the nepotism and networking and connections-based employment opportunities that exist in our government as well. Do you notice how you're all buddies already? We go from one office to the next, not because we solved a lot of problems and just did a really good job and had a high approval rating, but because we're friends with each other, and these are high-paid jobs. I'm a Boyle Heights girl. Cool. Try like making Boyle Heights better. We have representation from Boyle Heights here. She didn't say anything.
You racist
about
white
a
person.
roundabout. Talked about 9/11. What? Who takes the cheap shot of bringing up 9/11 to get clout at a meeting, you guys? Come on. So moving on to the rent
Apparently
escrow
Democrats.
program. I keep bringing this up when we see this on our agenda, but if I just didn't hold up my end of the lease to my landlord, it would be pretty easy for them to recuperate their losses.
How?
But when landlords and property managers don't hold up their end of the bargain, there's all this red tape to make sure at the end of the day they still get their money. So item 37 is a Cinco de Mayo celebration that Kevin De Leon wants to have. So, Kevin, you don't get to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Look at these talkies
you
sidebarring.
are a bad boy. You have been bad. You're grounded. No parties when you're grounded. And President Krikorian shouldn't have even entertained this motion, besides the fact that it was brought by
Grounded.
Kevin De Leon. We're under a state of emergency. We don't throw parties in emergencies. We need to be devoting more time, effort, and funding to the crisis that we admit is a crisis.
What
And then
crisis?
say, oh, hey, let's
What
throw
crisis?
a Cinco de Mayo party in the racist district, please.
What crisis are we going through?
We said no business as usual. We went from that to, sure, you can have your Cinco de Mayo party, Kevin. It's so disingenuous, and I hate the
disingenuous.
gaslighting of
Talk about
my
gaslighting.
representatives telling me we just need to move on. We're not holding their district hostage. We need to get valuable work done. Valuable work like celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I love Cinco de Mayo, don't get me wrong.
Apparently
But
not too much.
Kevin doesn't get to celebrate. He's grounded. So I'll move on to general
JD,
public
Hunter,
comment.
Baldy, it's good to
Just
see you
really
guys.
quickly, last I spoke here, I mentioned to you, Bobble, that YouTube
Bobble.
feed was cutting out. You looked at me like I was so stupid, but if you go look on that video, there's a huge chunk missing. So please address that and make sure that recording becomes available to
That's
the
right.
public, because
That's right.
that's not fair. Anyway, there you see him sitting there across the way. He has way too much to say, and we know he's a racist. We all know it's true, and you know what to do. Kevin, please resign. I know you hear me, Kevin. You're sitting right there. La 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 la. You can't deny that he's a racist guy. Kevin, please resign. Whoa whoa, sha la 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 la. Do it now. It's easy. You know how. Kevin, fucking resign.
Next speaker. And I'm going to call a few more names. There are a number that I called that haven't come up. So Rashid Balam,
Emotional damage.
Blanca Espinosa, Veronica Macias, Demoniki Gilmore, Melanie Morris, and
Kevin, you've been a bad
Abrona
boy.
Africa, please.
Kevin, you've been a bad boy. You're
Please remind us
punished.
of the name you signed up
Straight
under
said, you're
and what you
punished.
signed up for.
You're grounded.
My name is Dominique Gilmore.
Dominique?
I was here last Friday also. I'm currently living in District 8 at Hoppick Shelter. Been there
Moving
a
here,
year
guys, hold on.
and a month now with no housing plan. I would like to know what Ms. Veronica Lewis is doing with the funds
Nothing?
that's supposed to be housing us.
Nothing?
I'm afraid that I'm going to get an exit letter soon because I don't know how long I have to be there. that's left, the time that I have left. I'm working 2 jobs right now. I have 2 daughters, and they're just, we're just scared. We never been in this situation before. We're looking for just a start of help, and I'm sure that we'll be okay to take over once we get in a stable place to stay, because the shelter that we're living in now is not fit. They're stealing our food.
Stealing your food?
Thank you.
Man. Thank you. We don't really care. Thank you. You're struggling to live with your 2 daughters. Poor lady's working hard with 2 jobs, living at a shelter. They don't give a fuck. Sad as fuck.
Member Mr. Harris Dawson's staff will.
I wish her
join
the
you at
best,
the
man. I
side
love to see when
if
people
they
are
can
working
offer
hard.
some guidance or help.
You know what I mean? And I wish
Thank
them
you,
the
Mr.
best. I hope something good happens to her.
If you please
You know?
remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
She gets a really good
My
job.
name is Veronica Macias. I
She's
live
able to
in
move out of
District
there.
8. I live in a Hoppick shelter. I've been there for 3 years. No housing plan. I want to know what Veronica Lewis is doing with the money. And Karen Bass, I'm not safe, and I got an exit letter. I got 60 days to get out of there. We're nowhere to go. There it is.
Thought the mayor was doing such an awesome job.
Thank you.
Everybody was patting her back. Oh, yeah, she's so awesome. She's so different. She's so rad. No, she's just like all the rest. I'm telling you, I've done so much. I've gotten 17 people off the street in my first 4 months. 17 whole people. Okay, you've done awesome.
Which items had you signed up for
17 out of 60,000 plus.
So you
Not
have
bad.
3 minutes
17.
for items 1 and 28 through 34.
Mayor's
and
definitely
37 and
clueless. She don't even
38.
show up.
Please begin.
All right, thank you. Want to start off with Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco?
Very simple. On that day, we want to celebrate indigenous black people as well, because we keep sharing our history with everyone else. We're still waiting for reparations. Capri Maddox didn't even mention none of that during her budget hearing bit, not one time. And LA has a whole task force dedicated to reparations, but that's not conversation. They're still studying it, right? So you have also Bridge Housing in District 15, Salvation Army. Is there any other organization that you could use for bridge housing? The amount of complaints the Salvation Army received, starting with the LA Grand, you have so many of families that are being exited from these agencies you keep funding, and Hoppick's is one of them. This is 2 out of 1,400 families that is under Hoppick's that shares the same financial values as LASA. But is anyone dismantling them? No. You're hiring, you're pouring $38.5 million in there. Yeah, I'm going through public comment, and I'm going back to the agenda.
Okay.
All right, so just leave my time. It's only a minute and 30 seconds. You're not going to make a difference anyway. So reimagine, robust. Those are the 2 words that I like to use. I would like for you to reimagine the $150 million funding going 100% to the youth programs that are needed. Right now we have District 8, right? And this is just a lovely colored book. We need to have the budget looking like this as well for people who cannot access the computer, like the disabled, right? The seniors. Just saying, even if it's 500 pages, print out a copy of the budget.
500 pages?
We need to have transparency with housing and
Who's reading
homelessness. Number 1 and foremost, you
say
have black and
1980.
brown single mothers that are stuck in these shelters, deplorable conditions week after week, and yet you're still doing contracts with these hotel owners without the housing providers with them. So District 15, District 8, District 14, and District 9 specifically, I'm asking you to please respect black service providers that have solutions and actually execute them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Buzzer.
Thank you. I'm going to call a few more names. Blanca Espinosa, Rashid Balam, Abrana Africa,
He's having a
Melanie
hard time.
Morris, Patricia McAllister, Dr. D, Esperanza M, and Martia, please.
Hi, Ms. McAllister. Which items had you signed up for?
Dr. D.
And item number 30 and 31.
Okay, so we'll give you 2 minutes. Please start with 30 and 31, and then we'll give you a minute for general.
for you.
Okay, here on 30, we're
fucked up.
talking about an appointment. Appointment Mr. Michael Munoz. We need more African Americans to be commissioners. Now, I know these commissioners are handpicked. They don't do anything except for what you tell them to do. So they're not really independent. It's just
a puppet.
It's they don't get paid, but there are a lot of perks that they do get. You know, they get a lot of kickbacks and things like that and favors. But we need more African Americans. We need to clean up Skid Row. We need these. I've been to those commissioner meetings, and they are talking about nothing about 60,000 foundational Black Americans living homeless on Skid Row. So we want, as a matter of fact, we need to start putting these commissioners on the ballot and giving them a little salary, because they're not doing anything. I've been to their meetings. They're not doing a darn thing. So I'm not impressed. And you got about 4 or 5 of them today. And we need to change that around. We have a new controller, and I'm very happy. His name is Kenneth Mejia. I think I'm pronouncing it correct. He is a certified public accountant. He has credentials,
CPA.
and that's what we need. Our last controller was a lawyer. Ron Galpin was a lawyer, and I was the one who exposed it. I had people tell me, they say, I didn't know he was a lawyer. We have a CPA now. They held this budget.
Do you want to go into general?
I'm on my public comment.
Okay, we'll send you general.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll send you from general to
They had this the budget meeting the other
Scared
day,
of it.
and we had Rick Cole. He's the chief deputy controller, and here criticizing Kenneth Mejia already. Kenneth is serious. He's going to do some audits.
Oh, yeah,
gonna
he's
audit
serious.
LASA,
Yes,
and he
he
has
is.
to audit you guys.
Sure.
When you put a lawyer in the controller's
Sure.
office, that meant that everything would be washed under the table. That lawyer was in there doing work on how to keep you out of prison. That's what he was doing. He wasn't doing any books. Mejia is going to follow the law. He is certified by the state of California. So if he does anything that's illegal, he'll lose his license. So we can depend on him. And that needs to be a paid salary position. It shouldn't be an elected official, but luckily we got one. And I hope more accountants would start running for office when Kenneth's term is up. But I want to thank him, and I wish him well, and if he needs any assistance, he can check with me, Patricia McAllister. Thank you.
See, and
you. Thanks
Patricia,
very much.
that's the
Nicole
reason why
Jimenez,
everything's all
Jose
fucked up.
Martinez.
Patricia, idiots like you keep voting for other idiots in your group, and you think they're different. It's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's the true definition of insanity. It's what it is. Okay? So I don't want to hear you crying about nothing. If you need reparations, you need to talk to those folks. In fact, those folks that you voted for were the ones that enslaved your people.
Hi, good morning.
Mi nombre es Blanca
And didn't even
Espinosa.
vote,
My name is Blanca
didn't vote down the
Espinosa.
Jim Crow laws,
Estoy aquí en representación
put
de
Japanese
los
people in
inquilinos de la
internment
comunidad
camps.
I'm representing.
So if
the tenants
anybody
in the
owes you
community.
reparations, you're right. It's
Están
these
siendo
people.
hostigados,
Not Republicans,
criminalizados,
not other people,
desalojados.
but Democrats.
Harassed, criminalized.
So
and
there is
evicted.
that.
Y
Know your history,
también
ladies and
que
gentlemen.
que están teniendo
What's up, killer?
aumentos excesivos de rentas en sus hogares.
They have also increased their rents excessively in their homes.
No importa si no pagaron renta durante la pandemia o si la pagaron.
Despite the fact whether they paid rent or not during the
I
pandemic.
absolutely do think that,
Están
Monica, they had to get
pasando
into
por las
power
mismas
somehow.
situaciones.
How did they just
They're
show the
still going
votes?
through the
They
very
just
same
elected
situation.
themselves?
Estoy aquí hoy
So today I am here
pidiéndole al concejal de la ciudad Kevin de León
requesting that municipal councilor
Thank you,
Kevin
Court.
De Leon
Court de
que
Leon.
tome acción en cuanto a lo que está sucediendo en su comunidad.
take action regarding what is occurring in his community.
Smoke indica
Y a
for the new
ustedes
attitude?
también,
Also to all of you,
porque no solamente en Bow Heights las personas están pasando por esta situación,
because it's not just Boyle Heights that has the situation and people are having to live through,
sino también en todos sus distritos.
but in all of your other districts as well.
Entonces,
I
por
haven't
favor, les
seen
pido
them,
que tomen
Robert.
atención y consideración a
They
lo
may be
que
calling.
estamos pidiendo.
I just ask for your attention and please consider what we are requesting.
Gracias.
Thank you. Sí, señora, gracias.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, all of them are the same fucking thing, creamsicle. And if you can't see it, I'm fucking laughing in your face.
Hello, good morning.
I'm laughing in your face.
I work with the Flying Foods company.
You're right. You're not a taco. They didn't call you a taco this year. They didn't tell you you weren't black and you didn't vote for them.
All my
Yeah, you're right.
fellow coworkers
How could
that
I
are
ever
working for
think
this
that?
industry right now.
Una de las razones que me trae aquí es que no me quiero quedar sin empleo.
I
One
know
of
the
the
party's
reasons that
changed,
brings me
right?
here is that I don't want to be left out of work.
Porque debido a eso, a ese empleo, mi familia tiene para comer, tiene sustento.
Because this employment feeds my family and supports us.
Lamentablemente
I don't know where Flying Foods
representados
is.
por
That
una
could be them
unión,
back there.
But unfortunately, we are being represented by this union.
el cual yo y mis compañeros hemos sido víctima de la unión de no estar presente aquí.
That's right, Jenny.
My coworkers and I have been victims to this union because
de
they're
no-
not present.
De no querer, nosotros no queremos participar en una huelga porque no estamos de acuerdo en lo que la unión está haciendo con nuestros derechos.
We don't want to participate in their strike because we don't agree with what the union is doing with our rights.
Does anyone speak English
Yo
at Flying
y otros
Foods? I think
compañeros
so,
hemos
Joe.
sido agredidos por parte de los integrantes de la unión y compañeros que estuvieron trabajando junto con nosotros.
So other co-workers have been harassing us, members from the union and other workers that worked alongside with us.
Con maltratos y verbales diciendo que no valíamos nada,
They've been given
Eh,
verbal
force-
mistreatment, telling us we're worthless,
forzándonos e impidiendo que entráramos a trabajar.
forcing us and keeping us from going to work.
Ellos han dado su versión de lo que ellos quieren y yo estoy aquí en representación de mis compañeros dando mi versión.
So they provided their version and said
That's true,
stated what they want,
Cream,
and
but
I'm here representing
don't
my
come over
coworkers
here
and
and
giving our
fucking
version.
deflect.
Thank you.
Don't
Gracias.
deflect,
¿Y su
Creamsicle.
nombre?
We're talking
¿Otra
about
vez?
one side right
¿Su
now.
nombre?
Focus,
Esperanza
concentrate.
Maciel.
I get it, deflection, like Wonder Woman and her fucking bracelets with the bullets. But look what they did. But look what they No, look what you did.
Clock goes.
Okay?
Good morning.
To Japanese people, to black
have
people,
power on
to
my
Latin
desk.
people in
You just tell us the
Chavez
name you
Ravine,
signed up
all
under and
done
you
by
wanna
the
speak
same
on.
Amber
fucking
Sheik,
people that
item
I guarantee you
32.
you love.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I
So
get
our
it.
port
You're hurt. It
represents,
hurts. I get
many
it.
things. Economic
You support
development,
racists. It's
jobs,
okay. That's your right.
labor, the movement of vital goods and some not vital goods.
But I'll tell you
To
something.
many represents the American dream. And this is also a place that has the potential to test and host lots of innovation with regards to the environment, economic development, and other things. But at the core of all of this is community. It's community and it's humans. And the humans that work hard to make this
No,
incredible
the first I
machine
think were
work,
Jews.
and the humans and
Nova.
communities most impacted by the work.
To
So
the
I cannot think
Egyptians.
of a better candidate than
Jews were
Ishmael
slaves
Lee
to the
Williams to
Egyptians.
represent the interests of people, the communities, the businesses, and all the stakeholders that the port represents. He's already begun that work in earnest and has very successfully thus far brought together the business communities and, in my case, all the advocates.
They're
for
right
our
here, Ron, in
unhoused
this room. They ain't dead. That
and the interests of
their
everyone's
spirit is
quality of
alive
life.
in this room.
I encourage you to vote unanimously for this candidate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Hello, Dr.
Yes, Ryder. Oh shit,
Anything
she's
you
gonna
signed
go
up for
off.
today?
Oh damn it, and he's leaving. That's why he's leaving.
Public comment?
That's why he's
Very good. You have a
leaving.
minute for each. Please begin.
Okay. Are you people aware that we are in a housing emergency?
Are you aware?
That this has been declared an emergency by the mayor? Is there an awareness in your brains here somewhere? You have two measures here where you are exempting builders from environmental and other restrictions that they are supposed to follow. And you're only giving a pittance of low-income housing.
A pittance.
120 units and 12 are low income. That is ridiculous. And there is no condition in here that says that these have to remain low income and cannot return to market value forever. Because we know that what these developers do is that they benefit.
General.
Grandma's mad.
They benefit from all of the exemptions and all of the perks that you give them, and then they turn around within a few years and just bring everything up to market value. So get clear. This is a houselessness emergency. You have to act as if it's an emergency. And Kevin De Leon, get the fuck out of here. He is such a ridiculous person. He does not belong here. He does not belong on any of the agenda items. He does not belong celebrating anything in his community. He's a disgrace. Get him out, and get him out now.
Next speaker, please.
I love hearing old people scream. Our homeboy's coming up.
Hi, Mr. Grabner. Which items had you signed up for today?
All right, I'll do 37 in general public comment.
You have a minute for each. Please go ahead.
All right, so 37 is a motion introduced by Kevin De Leon. Kevin De Leon should not be getting anything passed by this council. Looks like he's hiding in the back because he's terrified of the people. You still have him on the board, so this looks like he's not here. Why don't you take him off the board so that he doesn't vote on anything?
He was just
or is
here.
he hanging out in your little water cooler in the back or whatever, the little party room, which you seem to consider being present. It's also lighting up City Hall. It's not even just City Hall this time. It's also the 6th Street Viaduct. So that's what you use to tweet out that you're doing something. You show the picture of it, of the lighting, the colors or whatever, the City Hall being lit up or whatever. And that's not solving the problem. That's
Doing
that's
nothing.
trying to
Wasting
fool your constituents into thinking you're actually doing something when we come here, and it's just endless corruption, whatever the fuck is going on here. General comment. So yeah, KDL, you need to get out of office. Okay. Yeah, you thought you scared me away last week. I was sick. And you still had to listen to me call in. So yeah, let's start actually. It doesn't seem like this. And I'd also like to note that you thought we didn't find out about it, but Paul and Curran, we saw your whole thing where you were honoring the Tennessee 3 a couple months, like a month or two ago. It's on YouTube.
Who's the Tennessee 3?
I just want to note that you do not you disrespect the Tennessee 3 every day. You're not honoring them. If you were honoring the Tennessee 3, you'd stop removing people from City Hall. That's what they were doing. They were doing the exact same thing we're doing at City Hall. But I guess it's only okay when it's not in City Hall. So why don't you start doing that?
Thank you, Raiden.
Thank you.
I wasn't familiar. Thank you.
Next
Raiden.
speaker, please.
Hi. If you would remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Is that Bruno Mars?
My name is Adam Sappenfield. I'm the son of the President, Joe Biden. Me and my wife were recently forced to flee Riverside County after my mother was murdered. This murder was done by Chad Bianco and Karen Spiegel. Chad Bianco is the sheriff of Riverside County, and Karen Spiegel is the district representative of District 2. After we found out about this, they opened up a full-on attack on our lives, and we're looking to take this tyrannical sheriff off of his high horse and bring him to justice. We want the help of the LA Sheriff's Department in
You
doing
need
so.
help.
So just any way we get that, we're looking for people to reach out to. So we're daily being threatened, daily being abused by these people, and we're looking for help in Los Angeles to do this. So thank you for your time. I'm Adam Sappenfield. We need your help, Los Angeles Sheriffs. Thank you.
Remember, that's Joe Biden's son, everybody. That's Hunter's brother.
Emotional damage.
Hi.
Woo! Shout out to all the Bidens.
Speak on.
Good morning, City Council. My name is Miss Kelly Cliff. I'm a Christian minister. This is public comment. I'm the lady that was raped in the sleep by Barack Obama. And my father, Walter Cliff, worked for the city of Los Angeles for over 30 years. And my parents live in the District of 8. Former Police Chief Bernard Parks. All of this, the slowly but surely, Southeast Police Station, the rapes in the sleep began with my parents' district, 8th District, former police chief
In the
Bernard
sleep.
Parks. And also, I've been having a difficult time getting lawyers. I've been stalked and harassed to law firms, and law firms and security guard companies have gotten together and given my money, which owed me, because I'm on disability, given my money owed me to homeless people. I'm supposed to get into a fight. I've never been in jail, prison, and so now people want to engage me in fights. I'm a Christian woman, and I refuse to get into these physical fights. Please do something about 200 Spring Street. You need security.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to call a few more names. Bex, Priscilla Torres, Bruce Heyman, Rosita M.
Only in her sleep,
Elise
Obama did it.
Swanson.
Only, dude, he's stealth like he's a ninja.
Good morning.
Buenos días, señores concejales. Mi nombre es Priscila Torres. Trabajo para Flying Food Group en el Departamento de
My
Transporte.
name
Flying
is
Fruit
Priscilla
Group.
Torres. I work with Flying
Look
Fruit
who's back.
Groups in the
De Leon's
Transportation
back.
Department.
Huh.
Estamos en desacuerdo con la huelga de algunos de nuestros compañeros promovida por la Union.
And we disagree with the strike and some of our coworkers that have been promoting the union.
Estamos de acuerdo con las propuestas de la compañía Flying Food Group para el bienestar de los empleados.
We agree with the proposals that the Flying Food Company has made for the welfare of their employees.
Por eso estamos aquí, para hacerles saber a ustedes, honorables concejales, la problemática que estamos viviendo a diario.
But this is why we are here today, honorable council members, to let you know of the problem that we are living through daily.
La mayoría estamos trabajando. Hemos sido objeto de agresiones verbales,
The majority of us are working, and we have been objects of verbal harassment
Tonight,
por
K-Brace.
parte de miembros de la Unión y de los pocos empleados que están en huelga.
on behalf of the union members and some of the few employees that are still striking.
¿Tenemos responsabilidades?
Scott, because
We
he's a
have
racist.
responsibilities.
La compañía ha querido negociar en varias ocasiones
This company has wanted to negotiate on many occasions.
y puso varias fechas, pero la Unión no quiere.
They have set many dates, but the union does not want to accept them.
Lo peor de todo, están buscando beneficios para los directivos de la Unión, mas no para los empleados.
Worst of all, they're seeking benefits for the union representatives, but not for all the employees.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay, I'm going to
Scott.
call a few more names.
Yeah, Scott, if you want, you can Google Kevin DeLeon and then just put tapes at the end. That way you can read, you can listen to the 20-minute plus tapes. Not tape. Tapes. Plural. Not singular. Of racist rants.
You signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Good morning.
By
Bruce
him and his
Heyman, I'm
constituents.
speaking on
The other
item
ones
32,
left.
please.
The heat
Please
was
begin.
too much for the other one.
Thank you very much, City
He
Council
stayed.
members, for the
That's why they
opportunity
hate
to
him,
talk to
Scott.
you this morning. My name is Bruce Heyman, and
But
I'm
remember, the party has changed.
Los Angeles Maritime Institute. We serve about 7,000 students a year from all of the 15 city council districts with the official tall ships and our two tall ships are the official tall ships and tall ship ambassadors
Why
of
you
the
saying
city
shit?
of Los Angeles. I'd like to thank the mayor for her excellent choices of the three commissioners that are before you today, and specifically for Mr. Lee Williams. I've had the honor of serving with Mr.
They were all councilmen and women. There was a woman and a man besides Kevin DeLeon. I can't remember their names off the bat, but you can listen to all three of them are talking. Somebody recorded them. Then they put the tapes out. The other two felt the heat they were showing up to their houses. Their neighbors were pissed at them. You know what I mean? So finally they're like, enough's enough. We're going to quit. And DeLeon said, no, I'm going to stay here, make $200K plus, and I'm going to say, fuck you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sav.
Thank you very much.
It's good to see
Next
you, Sav.
speaker, please.
Thanks, Sav.
Hello, if you would please remind us of the name you signed
Buenos
up
días.
Buenos días. Good morning.
Honorables concejales. Mi
Good
nombre
morning,
es
good
Diane
day.
Buitrago.
My name is
No,
Diane
that's buenas tardes. That's good afternoon.
Trabajo en Flying Food Group desde hace 10 años en el área de transportación.
And I have been working with
Doing
Flying Food
nothing,
Groups for
booger.
10 years in
Nothing.
their
Just showing up
transportation
in
department.
the suit that you
No
bought him
estamos
and
de
I bought
acuerdo
him.
con la huelga que lleva la Unión
Nice
Local
suit, too, I
11.
bet.
No, I do not
Not a
agree
cheap
with the
one.
strike that Local 11 has.
Not like I
Porque
wear
están
from the
promoviendo
men's
la inestabilidad
warehouse.
laboral.
They're promoting
You didn't get it from the men's warehouse.
instability at work.
La unión busca su propio beneficio, pero no el de los empleados.
The union seeks their own benefits, but not benefits for
I go to
all
the men's
employees.
warehouse. He
Tenemos
don't.
necesidades como todos.
Tailored.
No remuevan, por favor, las licencias de trabajo a Flying Food Group.
We are all in need. Please do not remove Flying Foods business license.
Hemos sido agredidos verbalmente por
they're all
miembros de la
condescending,
unión y empleados que están en huelga.
We have been harassed verbally by the union members and other employees that
Emma,
are
he's
striking.
getting better.
La compañía ha querido negociar en varias ocasiones, pero la unión no ha dado respuesta.
And the company has wanted to negotiate on many occasions, but the union does not want to respond.
Entre las propuestas de Flying Food Group están el incremento
I
salarial
live love.
y la obtención de
Chicken tacos.
aseguranza gratis para los empleados.
Amongst the offers that Flying Food is presenting
ain't
is an
Taco
increase in
Tuesday. Gotta
wages
make 'em
for
tomorrow.
employees and better insurance.
Gracias por su atención y buen día.
Well, thank you for your attention. Have a nice
It's
day.
Menudo Monday.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi. If you'd remind
Michael
us of your
Jordan,
name,
90
you signed up under, what you
hologram.
want to speak
They're
on.
not worth much. Those upper
Yes,
deck
Elise
ones.
Swanson,
They're not
item
worth much.
32.
Too many of them,
Please go
Wells.
ahead.
Good morning, council members. My name is Elise Swanson, President and CEO of the San Pedro Chamber of Commerce and a resident of San Pedro. Our chamber was so thrilled when Mayor Karen Bass
Thrilled.
moved Lee Williams' name forward for an appointment to the Harbor
We were so
Commission.
thrilled.
Lee is uniquely qualified to serve. He's a past board chair of the San Pedro
Oh,
Chamber
today
of
is Tuesday. My
Commerce,
bad.
Currently serves as our economic policy co-chair.
I don't even know what day
and he
it
was
is.
one of the founding members of the Harbor Neighborhood Relief Fund and Harbor Connects.
My life is
connecting our
weird right now,
homeless, neighbors to services
Today
in
is
the harbor
Friday.
area.
Should be.
Lee also has worked very diligently on the port connectivity plan, connecting the port to our visitors and our residents of the harbor area. He's a resident of San Pedro. He truly understands the issues that we're facing, and he'd be an outstanding candidate. I respectfully ask for your support for Lee Williams, as well as all of the appointees you saw in front of you today, and we look forward to
Round
working
four,
with
yeah,
all
it's
of
coming
them
up.
to move the port agenda forward.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Next speaker, please.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's been a weird week for me. Boy, she's a little girl.
Hello.
She's a little one.
Good morning, sir.
Hi. Would you please remind us of the name you signed up?
Okay.
Speak
My
on.
name is Rosita Melli. My name is Rosita Melli. I have the privilege of working for this company for almost 20 years. Many of us, including myself, rely on Flying Food Group Corporation as a main source of income. Losing our job would be devastating, not only for
Thanks, Vid.
not only for not only for us, but also for our family. Over the years, I have developed a sense of pride and loyalty to the company. We have invested our time and efforts, not only working in order to provide income for our families, but as well as to keep this
Thanks,
company
Vid.
going.
You're the man.
I urge you, sir, you to consider the impact that shutting down the Flying Food Group Corporation would have on this employee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Skybox
And I'm
holographic.
sorry,
I
tell
don't
me
even
your name
remember
again,
those
please.
days, man.
Rosita
Skybox
Melli, sir.
holographic.
Rosita Melli, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're talking the upper deck ones. Most upper decks, I mean, they made
Hi,
millions and
please let us
millions of
know
those
the
things.
name you signed up
and
under,
they're
what you want to
usually
speak
so
on.
scratched.
Good morning, Council. My name is Jonathan Williams, President and CEO of
Even in
the
a 10?
Battleship Iowa Museum
Not worth a lot.
and Los Angeles Fleet Week. I
$100 maybe.
run basically the #1 attraction down on the LA waterfront, the Port of Los Angeles property, one of the top 5 attractions in all of Los Angeles, and the #1 event over Memorial Day weekend in all of Los Angeles. And I just want to state my support for Lee Williams as Commissioner of the Port of Los Angeles. Port of Los Angeles is an economic engine for all of LA, Southern California. It is really a prime to be in the right position to activate the community side of the waterfront, and I represent the LA waterfront and the community side of that. There's an obligation to make sure we continue to focus on the livelihood of San Pedro and harbor area residents, as well as the quality of life that they can experience along that waterfront and public access. So my deepest appreciation to all of you for considering this nomination, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank
Next speaker, please.
So was there only 2 more speakers, I think? That guy is standing there, and then the
If you
chick
just
is walking in.
remind
Oh, no,
us
there's
of
like
the
a
name
few
you signed
more.
up under and what you want to speak on.
Beck's general public comment.
Sure, please go ahead.
What does fighting hate look like to you? What do you suppose we the public do when we see someone holding a swastika? What do you suggest when someone calls a trans person a pedophile or protests the drag story hour in Hollywood? Do you have any clue what it means to actually put your body on the line defending against hate? Yet you voted to allow the Salvation Army to manage interim housing when 40% of the homeless are trans youth. Do you think that is them fighting against hate? A man with a swastika sign that violates the size standard for City Hall is protected, while a person who confronts them is arrested and threatened with being jailed over the weekend. Is that what fighting hate looks like to you? You act as if hate is some disembodied thing, but it is people who are behind hate. You can't stop hate even amongst yourselves. You can't stop hate even in your own chambers. You are impotent.
Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
I got a voter.
She is loud. Why can't you just speak from the heart? It's 1 goddamn minute. You got to read that off the phone? So I don't understand what people.
If you'd please remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Stuart Oatman,
Stuart Oatman.
public commentary.
Very
go,
good.
Stu.
The floor is yours.
Let's go, Stu. Good morning. Well, folks, I finally figured out how they did it. The Los Angeles Police Department and Metro. They methodically put together a plan to rob me and my family of our 6-unit apartment building on 71st and West Boulevard in the city of Los Angeles. Metro has eminent domain powers and LAPD
Wait for it.
doesn't. When the 2 databases interconnected, our property was on LAPD's seek and destroy list. That's when all of the concern came about, what Metro came to us about what they needed our property for.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm afraid your time's expired. Do you know the council district that you're in?
I live in the county.
Okay.
This property is in the 8th district.
Okay. So maybe somebody from the 8th district.
Am I done?
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
you
I'm afraid
done.
time's
You didn't pay your
expired, but maybe
property
somebody
tax,
from the
bro.
8th
They took
district
your
staff
shit.
Can help you out. Next speaker.
That's how it works. Just because you own the motherfucker don't mean you own the motherfucker. You never own the motherfucker because you continue to pay property tax until the motherfucking day you die. Or sell it.
Va a ser mi presentación en español.
Spanish.
Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Silvia Corona. Yo soy miembro de la organización Boyle Heights East LA.
Good morning to all. My name is
Yo
Silvia
vengo-
Corona. I'm a member of the Boyle Heights
Jenny,
East LA
I
Coalition.
agree.
Y yo
But
vengo
am I
a
not
pedir
right?
el apoyo de todos ustedes, nuestros representantes,
I come to request for your support,
Para
our
preservar-
representatives,
para preservar los monumentos dedicados al
Sad but
señor
true,
Raúl
right?
Morín.
to preserve these monuments that have been dedicated to Mr. Raúl Morín.
Este señor Raúl Morín fue la primera persona que enterraron de los soldados con honores.
Mr. Raúl Morín was one of the first soldiers that was buried here with honors.
Mexicanos, mexicoamericanos.
Mexican American.
True, Johnny.
Entonces, para nosotros la comunidad,
You know why you have a social security number, right? It's your fucking inmate number. That's the way to tag and bag you. They tagged and bagged you right off the jump. That's why you have that social security number. Tagged and bagged, roped like a fucking steer.
con el ejército, con los soldados. Sé que hay muchos policías que también han sido soldados y ahora son
Because
policías.
we're all very interconnected in our military with soldiers. I know there's a lot of policemen here that have had family in the military.
Y también les quiero decir que nos apoyen para que no remuevan esos esos monumentos que son un símbolo tan grande para los soldados mexicanos indocumentados
So I
y
would
para
ask
la colonia mexicana y
for
mexicoamericana.
your support in keeping these monuments that are so important for the Mexican American community, for the community as a whole.
Y
Gracias, señor.
queremos venir a
Gracias.
hacer una presentación en el futuro con todos los miembros para
Gracias.
pedir su
Gracias.
apoyo de ustedes.
We'd like
Thank
to
you.
come in one day in the future to do a presentation before all of you.
Gracias.
Se
De
termina
corazón se
eso.
los pido que nos apoyen en
Thank
esta
you.
lucha.
I ask with all my
Gracias.
heart that you back
¿Y
us
su
up.
nombre otra vez?
Su nombre, señora. ¿Cómo era?
Okay. Next speaker, please.
Hi, if you please
Hi.
let us know your name and.
Hi. Good morning. It's Jennifer Kennedy.
Okay. and
Hi,
what would you
Jennifer
like to speak on?
Kennedy.
General public comment.
Sure.
And you
You have a
listen to
minute. Please
John?
go ahead.
Good morning. It's Jennifer Kennedy. I'm an attorney and an activist for health freedom, among other things. I'm back again to urge the council to immediately end the city's COVID shot mandate. Yesterday was a big day, members. Our federal government ended the shot mandate nationwide for federal employees and contractors. And in doing so, our federal government stated, quote, "We are now in a phase where vaccine mandates are no longer necessary." You heard it from on high. Council, there's no national state of emergency, no federal or state law, no local emergency, and it's conceded worldwide. There's no health or safety reason, literally no rational basis to keep COVID shots required of city employees, contractors, and volunteers, especially now that the only authorized shots are the new bivalents that were never tested on humans. Mayor Bass wants a safer, stronger, healthier, happier city. That starts only with ending the unconstitutional coercion of toxic spike protein injections and reinstating everyone terminated under the ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
There you go. That's what I'm telling you. They're still fighting back and forth with this whole shit. You guys have been, most of you guys in other states have been done with this shit for 2 years. These idiots are still fighting over it. It's all about the
My name is
grift.
Michael McMahon,
Make
General
money
Public Comment,
on
please.
masks,
You have a minute.
PCR
Floor is yours.
tests, all
Great,
that
thank you very
shit.
much. As Ms. Kennedy just stated, the pandemic is over. We are here to remind you of that. I represent the LA-based
Shamdemic.
Anti-Mandate
Okay.
Coalition Roll Call for Freedom. Your mandate is moot, as the monovalent shots, which the ordinance was drafted for, are no longer approved, nor are they available as of April 18th.
Hi, Flusher.
The approximate 50,000 plus city employees have suffered through your pandemic and continue to suffer still. While the city is hemorrhaging employees and forcing others to do more with less, there is greater than 20% vacancy within the entire city workforce, and staffing of critical police is at near record lows. Offering incentives to non-sworn personnel without first identifying and removing the elephant in the room, the vaccine mandate, is absurd and derelict. There is nothing noble about being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self. See the mistakes that have been made and fix them. Respect your constituents, respect your workers. Our rights come from God and not from government.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next
Get out of
speaker,
here. A T. Wells, I do not. I do not. I don't really have too much Shaq stuff.
Hi,
Good
if
morning.
If you'd please
I
remind
sold a
us
lot
of
of
the
it
name
already.
sent up.
Good
signed up
morning.
on-
I have a
guys.
couple,
My
I
name
guess,
is
gold
Stephanie
tops,
Taylor.
rookie.
This doesn't get any easier. This is like
We
my
hit that
third time
together.
doing it, so it's
I'm
still
sorry, I
a
didn't
little-
catch your name.
My name is Stephanie Taylor, and I'm Agenda 4041 and a public comment.
Okay, so there is
Sparks is
no
doing
40
okay.
and 41.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not 100%, but he's getting there.
This is in regards to the Homeless and Housing Committee report. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do a public comment.
Brandon
then.
needs his own Bud Light can.
I work for Veteran Social Services. We are the only state certified
Look at Stuart Oatman.
MPSA
It's
in
fucking awesome. I want my hair
state,
like that
so
when
which
I
makes
grow
it
up.
Awesome. We've been providing interim housing for veterans since 2018. I do understand that the homeless crisis and situation,
Don't have any
especially
Barry.
for
I hate
veterans,
Barry
kinda
Bonds.
goes
He was mean to me,
unresolved
so
or
I don't
gets
want none of
passed
his
on
stuff.
to the VA. The city has issued money with the VA to have that short amount of bridge housing, which the VA doesn't really need the money. But what I would like to propose is that every district can have a veteran interim housing in their district, supported by a nonprofit who will be providing the social
Right,
services
Jimmo?
for
'Cause
that.
he's mean.
We have about 8 to 9 hotels who are ready to turn their motel into interim housing. We have like 4 in Councilman Dawson's area.
Right, Leather?
And we talked to the 1-5 district.
You're getting a few ums in there.
We would really appreciate if we can get some support and have the veteran funding be placed in the city of Los Angeles
Stinks is
instead
getting
of
better.
giving it to the
Thank
VA.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you very
Barry was very mean to me
Next
when I was
speaker, please.
16, dude. 16, he was super rude to me and my friend. Like literally, to where Doug Drabeck was like,
Please
"Dude, what are you
remind us of
doing?"
the name you
We're
signed up
16
under and what you
little
want to speak
kids.
on.
Abraham Farley, Africa Town Coalition, 10th District, Leimert Park Village, also known as Africa Town. Heather Hutt, the district councilman, woman, and I was talking 8th District, Keith Dawson. Signed up for 2.
I never met Will Clark.
Item
So,
2 and
yeah,
6.
he may have been.
and
I never,
general comment.
Never met him.
Oh, we also have a situation over here in, since the train, the K line been moved through the 8th and 10th districts over there into Inglewood. We have a lot of businesses, when they did construction over there, a lot of businesses went under because people couldn't find parking over there. So we lost a lot of black African businesses in the 8th and 10th district.
Yeah, Tony G.
So
Him and
under
Griffey.
the innovation budget, we need more funding to come back, bring some of these businesses back, help the businesses as they're struggling.
Stop screaming.
Down Crenshaw Corridor, the Crenshaw Boulevard. So, and then about the Africa Town, the Leimert Park Plaza, Vernon and Crenshaw area. I do the African Marketplace on Sunday. We need people to come and support that on Sunday. So we need more jobs for African American men. They're struggling out there. And we need more businesses, not retail.
Thank you. Thanks.
I had 6 too,
Thank
though.
you, sir.
Is it all right?
Thank you very much, sir.
It's weird how he's
Yeah,
just
we
back and
actually
forth.
already voted on
He's
6,
all like
so-
monotone and quiet, and then all of a sudden he just
Yeah, we
spikes.
gave you general comment and then. Well, did you want to talk on items 28, 29?
All of a sudden
commissioner
now he gets
appointments,
extra
or
time, right?
17 or 1?
Fuck out of here.
Can't do
Come on,
that.
give him his
So
time.
what I'm saying is,
Everybody else got 1 minute.
get out of here. So we don't want Kevin DeLeon and his.
Thank you
meeting
very
there.
much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very
So I've
much.
called
Oh, if you're gonna talk
everyone's
about the
name.
racists,
If
we're
you're
gonna
ready
turn
to
your mic
speak,
off.
Come on up.
Thank you.
No,
See
thank
how
you,
that
sir.
worked?
Thank you. Come on
Second he started to talk about this dude sitting two fingers over 1 inch from my head. That first head you see, the racist guy right there.
Name you signed up
As soon as he started talking about it, cut the mic, get him the fuck out of
Okay,
here.
and what was the name you signed
So
up
how
under?
that worked?
Darren Hendon.
Thank you very much.
But
Please begin.
remember, the
I'm going to
party
make this short and sweet.
party has changed.
My name is Darren Hendon.
Remember
I'm the
that.
Executive
They're
Director
all
of Veterans
Democrats.
Social
Remember that.
Services. And ever
Not
since
one
Karen
Republican
Bass,
here.
Initiated
Not
the state
one.
of emergency. Our Veteran Service Agency, which is the only certified veteran service agency in the state of California, we haven't been given access to the funding. And as a result, we've been providing interim housing for veterans in District 9. And we've been given a 60-day notice because we haven't been able to access the fund and to provide services for veterans. So we've been given a 60-day notice, and we will have to vacate the premises as a veteran service agency. So the veterans that are there, we have to relocate them and find.
Oh,
so
absolutely,
we ask
LSX.
that the city council initiate some type of urgency to save our
get what
veteran
they voted
service
for.
agency so we can continue to serve
It's why
veterans in District 9
when I see the
and
news,
District 15.
some lib is
Thank you very
robbed
much,
or
sir.
whatever, I
Councilmember
celebrate it.
Price
That's what needs to
is
happen.
going to, chat
They
with you
voted
on
for
Sunday.
it. Glad to see it's
Councilmember
happening.
Price is-
Okay?
All right.
That's how it works.
That is.
Enough's enough.
There's one more speaker whose name I called. Okay, come on up.
Okay? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I'm not telling you the other side would be any better, but I'm telling you this
Hello,
is all
please
one-sided
tell us the
right
name you
here.
signed up under,
Like
what you
it or
wanna speak
not.
on.
My name is Samijanu, and
Samijanu?
I
Where's
signed up
eBay?
under general comments.
Remember eBay Jones?
Please begin.
As a person who voted for Mayor Bass and traveling because I ride the bus, I've seen many multi-story dwellings and lots of digging, but I still see homeless. And, I can relate to some of the other people who have already spoken as far as we're supposed to be in a state of emergency. And I don't see it being done. And I see a lot of open spaces that are supposed to be labeled for gardens, but I don't see vegetables or fruit trees. And
They want you sick.
there's a lot of empty
Not healthy.
lots and abandoned buildings that could be used, in my opinion, for school-aged children to play or work in. And so I ride the bus because that's my form of transportation. And I don't want to say specifically what district, but I still see a lot of stuff that's being happened and not dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, that's all the speakers that we have. Let's
go to the
ready
phones.
to speak here in the chambers.
Please, Mr.
So
Harlan,
let's go ahead
please go,
next
boy.
to the phones.
Please
we'll take
go on the
15
phone.
minutes of comment
And
on
guys,
the phone.
viewer discretion is advised.
Let's go with the first caller, please.
You know,
First caller,
I
which
can't
items would
control
you
what
like to
these
speak
people
on?
may or may not say.
All available items in general comment, please.
Okay, so the available items are items 1,
Cat Williams, I can't confirm nor deny.
17, 28 through 34, and 37 and 38. So we'll start with those and then do a minute for general. So please begin.
Thank you. Good morning, Fauble. I know you missed me. I missed you too, sir. The LA City Council is a corrupt, criminally insane institution of organized crime. The result is 80,000 drug-addicted, mentally ill persons, so-called homeless, on the street.
Boom.
These proceedings and the vote trading and the clown proceedings are all a symptom of it. Item number 1 in particular, this item was supposed to be continued to May 5th. Of course, you pulled Mr. Pinkface Corrupt Krikorian, a fast one. This is for the robot dog that for the LAPD that the public does not want. They made it clear.
So sorry to cut in,
Public-
but the robot dog's not on the agenda today. It's not on one, Speaker.
It's not item 1. Oh, well, it is on the 5th. Okay. Sorry about that, Mr. Fauble.
That's okay. So,
I very much apologize. Let's talk about the corruption of Teddy Pinkface, Paul Krikorian, item for the appointments. Can I talk about that?
Sure.
yes, so
Yes,
items
absolutely. Absolutely,
30,
that's
31, 32 are the port appointments that are open for public comment. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. The LA City Council is a corrupt institution of insane organized crime. Of course, they've forgotten there's 80,000 drug-addicted, mentally ill, so-called homeless people on the street as a result. We have to sit through these stupid presentations, 30, 31, and 32 included. These are so-called commissioner appointments, but what they are just political appointments, hacks to vote yes on whatever
What's up,
these
Jesse?
corrupt, sleazy council members and the mayor want voted yes on. This is a system of corruption that we've always had, and unless we do something about it, petty pink-faced, corrupt Armenian dictator Paul Krikorian, who's thrown more people out of City Hall in the last few months than in the history of Los Angeles, will continue driving the city into the ground. These appointments are just a symptom of the same. And the robot dog coming up Friday, public. Let's watch out for that. Hyundai owns Boston Dynamics. Boycott Hyundai. I'll go to my general comment now. Is that okay,
Yes.
Bubble?
Now you
Okay,
know-
thank you.
Well, then they know you're going to be
Petty
shit-made
pink-faced,
dogs.
corrupt Armenian dictator Paul Krikorian has thrown more citizens out of City Hall in the last couple months than all this in the entire history of the city of Los Angeles. He's worse than Yerny Martinez, perpetuating the same clown outfits. The Coons, the Toms, the Sambos, the black corrupt politicians that make up 20% of the city council going to do anything about the black property owner on 71st Street? Is Marquise Dawson, the worst thing that's happened in the black community, going to do anything about the homeless people in his district that came forward earlier?
He did, big
No.
dog.
These Coon Toms
Said it again.
do not represent the black community, and it's everybody's problem. Public.
Next caller,
We're
please.
over almost 50%.
Next caller, please.
Just so you know, he's a black gentleman.
Caller, which
We've
items
seen
would
him
you like to
live in the
speak on?
chambers. Don't remember his name, but he calls in every week. He goes there occasionally. Can't remember
Caller
his
with the
name.
last four digits,
But
8130.
he's
Please
a-
press star 6
an
to unmute.
avid caller.
So speaker with the
Robot
digits
dogs are real.
8130.
But if they're made by Hyundai, you know they'll be shitty. They'll break as they're chasing you.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Do you know Hyundai as being reliable?
Go ahead, caller.
Speaker,
We can't hear you at all. We can- it's just-
You got to
it's
get
very,
off the
very
fucking
faint.
jitterbug phone.
Oh, Ryan Morris. I'm commenting general public comment.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Fabo. I was reviewing the budget for DUN, the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment.
Hopefully it goes live,
I
Joseph.
strongly believe
Joseph.
that the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment should reform itself because many of the NEAs, the Neighborhood Empowerment Advocates, rarely
I got my phone
respond
up.
to emails or phone calls from board members of the neighborhood councils. And they're requesting a budget increase for several positions. And I am not for it unless Vanessa Serrano, interim general manager, takes
We have pursuits all day, every day.
seriously, and she
Relax.
wants to
Relax.
reform the department.
Wait till it gets on the TV.
inside out
Relax.
before the city council
Every
approves
day.
the budget request.
50 a day. Relax. Calm
because
down.
Frank Stoltz
Calm
from
down.
KPCC did an article about neighborhood council and Mayor Karen
When I
Bass
get the alert,
on her.
that's when
I
we'll go
hope
live.
that she will look into this and will work with us well. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's on
Next
Fox?
caller,
Okay,
please.
cool.
Thank you.
So that means we'll
Next
be up
caller,
soon.
please.
These will be
Caller,
up
which items would you like to speak on?
Because we don't use Fox.
Yes, it's Eric Previn. I'd like to speak on the
Eric Previn.
general public comment.
Okay. So the available items, Mr. Previn,
Looks good. Okay. hopefully.
are items
Like
1,
I said, I can't use
17,
Fox. So
28
as soon
through
as
34,
I'm
and
waiting
37
for
and
I have
38.
the phone up. As soon as I
Please
can use
begin,
one and one comes up,
It's a little hard to hear you, so
I can
please
use it.
speak clearly.
We'll
in
be
your
on there.
mouthpiece.
I promise. I swear to you.
It is hard to hear me? That's surprising. Okay. Yeah, so the appointments. I want to talk about the appointments. Mayor Bass is appointing a number of commissioners to, and it was very nice to see McCosker trotting out the harbor commissioners. These are important seats where they have great sway over very, very big decisions sometimes. And oftentimes those decisions result in the under-serviced black and brown communities and others getting screwed. But the commissioners are in place to add a veneer of austerity, of authority. Very nice to see Ms. Pack, who's been kicking around as a commissioner, who resides in CD11, Erin Pack. She was involved in her husband was a big donor, Chris Pack. Everybody
Yes,
loves
I just
a
got
good
the
donation
11.
to these commissioners. And the commissioners are very generous because they're all well-heeled for the most part. And Karen Bass has done a nice job of flushing a number of people. But when you put in someone
It's
like
over?
Fiona Hutton, you have to
Already?
ask, is this what we want? Because she works for LADWP.
Yeah, I'm
the
looking at
Metro,
4 and
all these
7
big
now.
firms,
You're saying 5's not there either?
AT&T, she's a consultant. So I don't know. That doesn't strike me as the greatest background to
5's
be a
not there. The
commissioner looking
shooting,
out for the public
possible
interest
shooting,
when you're
stabbing
so focused
suspect,
on
he's
looking
still
out for
there.
the interests of the corporate.
21
and
arrested,
big
cars
government,
seized in crackdown,
entities,
street
unions
takeover
and such.
crackdown 1 hour ago.
That's how I feel about it. And by the way,
21.
you should be a little upset because Hilda Solis, they're over at the Board of Supervisors honoring the Olympics. But then when the
It's over?
public
It's a standoff now?
goes in
Good luck with
uproar,
that.
they said, well, it's
Enjoy.
the city of Los Angeles that's handling all the uproar and disgust.
Yeah, 21
We're
arrested.
just trying to add some art to the fringes. And the LA 2028, as Krikorian will know, the mayor
I
tried
think
to...
we've slid off the items that are open for public comment, Mr. Previn. Can we get back to them?
I don't agree with that. I want to just finish that point, if I may.
I
but
see
I'll
it
be
now.
happy
They're in
to
the
go on
driveway
to the
right
next
there.
item if that's what you're
Thank you.
It's a good thing it
demanding.
stopped. I'm glad.
which item is that?
I'm glad when they're the
Item one?
first to the chase that it
Item
stops
1 is
early.
open for public
I
comment.
like the other guys to get first.
Yeah, and item 1 was addressed nicely by some of these public speakers who said, what is going on with no more committee hearings for virtual testimony? How come a lot of the items
I was watching
that
it right
will
now,
appear on
Lupin.
the budget,
Turn it
on
up.
the city council agenda, in the section
I bet you
where
there's
they're open
50
for
of those a
comment
day,
because a meeting
50.
question was not
Every day.
offered in committee, Why have you determined that by cutting half of the,
So-
or more than half
Gardena
of the
PD?
speakers by
Thanks, Ricky.
removing that feature
We're getting
of
off the
virtual-
item, so let's
I don't
just
even
go
know
to
if they're
general
encrypted
public
or
comment. That's
not.
clearly what you want to talk
Yeah,
about.
let's go
Probably.
to general public comment. I think it's a good spot
Who
to
knows?
land, which is that if you say
Yeah,
to
street
people when they
takeover. Did
show up
I
at
say
City
race?
Hall, oh, ordinarily we'd love to let you talk on that item, but we already heard it in committee.
I did a.
But when you heard it
holiday.
in committee, it was a second-class
street
citizen
takeovers.
back of the bus. Second-class citizen.
But you
because
know how it
there's
is. Sometimes
no
they do race,
way to
but
call in.
usually
So
it's
for a
just
person with a broken
donuts.
leg or doesn't have 2 hours there and back, but wants to give a comment on an important matter, they should be able to call, and that's the way it's been. We can't put the genie back in the bottle. Fumble. Can we put the genie back in the bottle? No, we cannot. Okay,
Bell
so
Gardens,
you've got
PD?
to reopen. And Krikorian, I know you've done everything in your power. If we can just keep the ruse up
They
for
are
another
good.
few
Thank you,
months,
Jeffrey.
nobody will notice.
Yeah,
But
I don't
we're
ever
gonna
listen
notice.
to
We
them.
already have noticed. You're on
Too
notice.
far.
The budget, Mr. Blumenfield, should not be a closed session meeting under any circumstance.
Fucking right.
You're leaving me almost no choice. If you don't reform and say, we'll take public comments virtually for the rest of the budget hearings, I think we're going to have to go to court. I'm discussing it with the
Thank you.
bigwigs.
Next caller,
Thank
please.
you. Next caller. Eric Previn, you're getting hung up on.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Yeah, flying. It's over.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, can hear you. Which items would you like to speak on? Or general public comment?
Please.
I agree, Liv. Love.
Public comment?
Sure, you have a minute. The floor is yours. Please begin.
Okay, hi, this is regarding the Hollywood Community Plan and Councilmember Hugo.
Oh, it's Mary Ann.
Supporting mega upzoning in the regional center. You're supporting the developers in the Hollywood Chamber and form a CD 13, which is why we did not vote for him. They pushed for that upzoning, knowing that it prohibits affordable being built. Even the feasible study approved that at the Planning Commission hearing. Doling out density bonuses to
You're living in the
developers
past,
of luxury
Luis.
towers is not going to get you affordable in the regional center. This is the big lie. This is what has contributed to the worst humanitarian and affordable crisis and homeless crisis in the country. Higher density upzoning is not the answer to get affordable. Do not buy their big lie. You are siding with the developers at the Hollywood Chamber. It is wrong. Thank you.
Mary Ann from the Howard
Thank
Stern
you.
Show.
We'll take one more caller.
One more caller. What? Get the fuck out of
Caller,
here.
which items would you like to speak on?
Did he just say that? It's fucked up.
Yes, good afternoon. I'd like to speak on item number 17.
Please go ahead.
My name is George Bocanegra. I'm a member of the Southwest Mountain States Regional Council of Carpenters. I believe that I will be impacted by the environmental impact of the project. The city should require the project to be built with
I'd get a
contractors
gimbal
that will
cast.
hire locally, pay prevailing wage, and utilize apprentices from a state-certified apprenticeship training program.
Gimbals can become
Workforce
tripods
requirements
too.
reduce
Some have
construction-related
bottoms.
environmental impacts while benefiting the local economy and workforce development. In a recent 2020 report titled Putting California on a High Road, a Jobs and Climate Action Plan for 2030, the California Workforce Development Board concluded that investments in growing, diversifying, and upskilling California's workforce can positively affect returns on climate mitigation efforts. Recently, the state of California reiterated its commitment
Why you
towards
fucking spamming?
encouraging workforce development and housing affordability through the Affordable Housing and High
Yes,
Road Job
Calamity.
Act of 2022, otherwise known as Assembly Bill 2011, which requires project paid workers a prevailing wage and hire from the state certified apprenticeship program for projects meeting certain city affordability and development standards. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That will close public comment on all agenda items, and it will close general public comment. Mr. Clerk, I'd like to reconsider item number 14.
Oh, it'll
if there's
never
no
change,
objection,
crime. See, that's what you don't
that matter is
understand.
now before us on reconsideration.
They're all one-sided.
2 votes are required for
Okay, there's no
reconsideration.
opposition here. There's no opposition. It's all one party here. And that's what I'm saying. If it was either one, I don't care which party it is, you can't have it all one way. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what you have here. Nobody, this is all people from one side and not the other. And that is the problem. So when one leaves, it makes no difference. They all have to scratch each other's backs. Okay? And that's just how that works. Okay? It's just how it works. You know, it just, it's going to be an endless grift, an endless end of corruption until you have fairness. And then again, if I tell you, okay, well, let's split it down the line like it should be. 5 and 5 or whatever it is, 6 and 6, whatever, right? You'd have nothing but infighting all day long. Okay? You'd have back and forth, so nothing would get done, but not like anything gets done here. They pass each other's measures and motions, and they say and think they pat each other on the back saying they're getting things done, but they're not.
Kosker.
32 forthwith to the mayor, please.
Without objection, that'll.
You know, and see, that's what I'm saying. This is all, and the proof is in the pudding. Okay, all they're doing is voting right now. So look at the voting. Almost all of it, yes, down the line. Yes, down the line. There's never any opposition, almost ever. Sometimes there's somebody who's just not there. They're absent. But, you know, I mean, it's just, it's wild. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not, the problem is realistically, you need to abolish these people. It needs to be nobody doing any, because they don't do anything anyways. And all the money that they've grifted off of and all the money that we've been taxed for homeless people could literally create shelters. But you got to remember, guys, a lot of these people don't want the shelter. They're happy being on the street doing drugs. Okay? And just robbing and fucking stealing shit from Walmart when they need to eat or whatever. And that's that. That's the lifestyle. A lot of people don't realize that. That's what they choose. And as an American, how can I tell them not to? Again, I'm angered when they affect others. You do what you want to do with your life as long as you don't affect others negatively. When that means going and stealing their property and anything else. Okay? But the minute you start doing that, I'm not for that. Because then you become a fucking vulture. And then you're just doing anything on your own accord. Look at that. All yeses. You see? Well, I get it. It's no life to live. I get it, Bunter. But I mean, again, who are we to say that? Just like I was saying, I didn't want to wear that stupid shit and fucking and have to bend over like everybody else did. Or not everybody, but you understand? I didn't want to have to conform to their bullshit. The same thing here. How can I'd be a hypocrite by saying you know what I mean? I'd be a true hypocrite by saying that. And that's just the way I look at it. Now, again, I wasn't doing anything to affect anybody else's life. Now, had I been doing that, then I'd become the vulture, but I wasn't. And that's what I'm saying here. A lot of these people, you think, oh, I want to help them. Well, they don't want the help, a lot of them. The ones that want the help are the lady that you heard that was literally almost in tears with her 2 daughters at the shelter begging for help, saying she was getting a notice to move out. Okay, and they didn't give a fuck. Oh, we'll just move on. Not like, hey, you know, okay, well, we have a counselor on the side you can talk to, or none of that. And I guarantee you, these are people that probably voted for these folks. And that's the fucked up part. I'm telling you, they just use the people to get into the position, and as soon as they're in the position, it doesn't matter anymore. You become useless. They got what they needed from you. That's it. And then they're in a club together. That's it. And they scratch each other's backs. They all, tell you how awesome shit is. Does LA look awesome? I mean, look, you see AXN News, you see LAOC TV. They're constantly out in LA. Does it look awesome? Does it look glitzy and glamoury? Does it look fucking clean? No, it looks like it probably smells like piss. It's drugs. A lot of it's an open air drug market. And you know what a lot of it is you got to remember, look at the age of a lot of these folks. You know, back in the day when you were a kid and you were like bipolar or something, they're like, okay, well, he's bipolar and really not much we can do. We've identified it, and that's really about it. Now it's hurry him up and get him on Ritalin or Adderall or, and now all of a sudden you have these folks that are now mentally ill, are either not on their meds, you know what I mean, or addicted to some of these meds, and they're on the street, you know what I mean? And now you have this epidemic of drugs, you know what I mean? And some are, using other things, maybe they were hooked on opiates of some sort, so now they're using, heroin or other cheaper substances, fentanyl to get high. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. And then again, you are giving them a government subsidy, which is affording them the money to buy it every month because they're not paying rent or anything. And then all the nice folks that love them so much are giving them food and money. They probably make $50 a day. Again, someone who works hard at Jack in the Box is barely pulling in $50 a day after all their taxes and all that shit. Serving that fucked up food. Okay? These folks are doing nothing but smoking fentanyl on the sidewalk, chilling. Making that plus the government subsidy. And then I tell you, on top of that, they'll go to Walmart, Target and take whatever they need. Okay? And then I tell you, some of it has got so bad, even in like in San Francisco up north here, that they've starting to close Walmarts and CVS is down. So I say to you, I know what you're saying. Well, it's who cares? It's a big fucking, big store. They'll go anywhere else and make the money. Well, I say to you, what about the old folks who lives a block or two away, literally walking with a cane or a walker, can't drive anymore, needs to get their pills? What the fuck do they do? What do they do? Where do they go get their pills? Fuck them, right? They fought for our country, worked hard every goddamn day, didn't ask for no fucking government subsidy. What the fuck do they get? Fuck them, right? But the vulture, we got to think about the poor vulture. It's out there stealing. Who needs the bricks beat off them? I mean, and that's just fucking real. Okay? So I'm not telling you I feel bad for the losses, essentially, of CVS. I get it. They have insurance. I get these things. But I do feel bad about, you got to look at the fucking apple from every angle. There are a lot of folks that depend on that store. And even you, how fucking pissed are you now that you got to go, instead of going 6 minutes to Target, now you got to go to 28 minutes because the closest one is now that far. After a while, you'd be pissed, especially at $5 plus a gallon. So,
announcements on the right. Seeing none, we will go next to adjournments. If we could ask everyone to please rise, and we'll begin.
They're
with
already
Councilmember
adjourning.
Rodriguez.
Talking about their
Thank you,
bullshit.
Mr. President, colleagues. I'm going to begin with a couple of very special phrases.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
If you are unable or unwilling to treat our customers with the utmost respect, please do me a favor. Go work for my competition. They may outsmart me, but they'll never outwork me. These are just a couple of the choice phrases that embody the philosophy of Bert Bachman. Few people in our city can claim that they've impacted as many lives as Bert Bachman, whether by his countless acts of generosity
Rest in peace
and
to Bert.
philanthropy, or by employing
Galpin
and creating
Ford,
careers
holy
to
shit.
countless individuals
That's crazy.
from the San Fernando Valley,
Biggest
or throughout
Galpin,
the
the
city.
biggest Ford dealership in
Bert
America
has done it
is Galpin
all
Ford.
with a constant belief of
It's next to
having a
Anheuser-Busch,
servant's mentality
Northridge.
and never ceasing
Look
to
at that.
focus on
That's a fucking
on
Pinto.
his humility, integrity, and most of all, love. Love of God,
Look at
love
the
for his
Pinto.
family, and the
Brand
love for
new
his community.
Pinto. Look at that shit with the
Far too
fucking
often,
drop
the
top
term
set.
couple goals is thrown
With
around.
the brains blown
Where
out.
Bert and his wife Jane were the living embodiment of couple goals. They created an
Look at
unstoppable
Galpin,
union
bro.
of love and support, and were constantly
That's got to be like
at
the
each other's
90s
side.
or what is
As
that?
the heart
80s?
would have it,
That's got to be 80s.
Bert
Look
passed
at the
away
cars.
2 years to the day of Jane's passing. It is with a heavy heart that I ask that we adjourn today in the memory of a San
So
Fernando
Cal
Valley
Pinto?
legend,
That's right.
Bert Bachman. Bert was the patriarch of the Bachman family, a father, a great-grandfather, a community leader, and a longtime businessman and owner of Galpin Motors, an icon in the San Fernando
Pinto motor
Valley.
was a good motor, though.
Galpin Motors was founded in 1946.
Bo Bachman.
Bert Bachman started as a salesman in 1953 and worked his way up to eventually buying Galpin. He spent 70 years in the automotive industry. Under his leadership, Galpin Ford grew to become the world's #1 selling Ford dealer for a record 29 years in a row. He had incredible loyalty and customer service mindset.
3 decades
It's
almost.
why generations of families would buy from Galpin. He would often say, treat customers right and fairly.
Pussy cow, pussy
Among the
cow,
countless
pussy cow.
accolades and awards, Bert was named Time Magazine's National Quality Dealer of the Year, entered the Automotive Hall of Fame, and became the first Ford dealer to be inducted into the Ford Hall of Fame.
Gas.
Just to name a few more of the
Galpin
3,000 plus
Autosport.
awards and recognition Bert and the Galpin family business have
Remember
received.
them on MTV? Gas.
The Galpin organization was like a family. And when accepting awards, he would often say, Galpin employees earned this award. He understood a business is successful when employees feel valued. One of the 12 franchises in the Galpin Group, Galpin Autosports in particular, was focused on the customization of vehicles. Customers include auto enthusiasts, celebrities, Ford and U.S. Air Force. The facility was even part of MTV's Pimp My Ride series, as the last 30 episodes were filmed at Galpin and had viewers in 140 countries.
Yeah, I don't need to read it off a paper.
Now,
She
for
don't
many
know
of us,
shit.
we've known the Galpin brand for generations and the generosity of the Bachman family. But I had the opportunity to live it in real time when my husband joined the team at Galpin nearly 20 years ago. Bert and his beloved wife Jane and the entire family were always present at every award recognition, holiday event, or just popping by one of the many franchises of the dealership. And I will forever be grateful for the personal support and friendship that they showed me. Several years ago, Bert turned over the presidency and day-to-day management of the Galpin organization to his son,
4
Bo,
minutes of it. Tornado.
and remained an active mentor to Bo and the other management employees. Bert wanted to ensure that the Galpin high standards and culture of performance continued as part of his lasting legacy. In addition to a successful businessman, Bert was a man of deep faith. He genuinely welcomed everyone with open arms and took the time to listen
Not
to
Bachman
people.
like that.
He's best described as kind, caring, compassionate,
It's like that.
a pioneer, a leader, innovator, and a man full of integrity. The list goes on.
Bachman,
Beyond his
turn it
commitment to
over.
family, customers, and employees, Bert's commitments extended into philanthropy and civic service for more than
His
2
son
decades.
Bo already runs
He
Galpin
served
anyways.
as a police commissioner.
I mean, look, he was
served
93, I
on
believe.
Former Mayor Tom Bradley's
93.
Blue Ribbon Committee on
Yeah.
Budget and Finance.
He had a
And
glorious
held a
life.
seat at the Cal State University Northridge Association Executive Advisory Council. Bert was also president of the Prince of Peace Foundation, where in 2006 he presented Mother Teresa with an award from the foundation and a $1 million gift for food and medical supplies. The Galpiniers
sure.
will miss Bert tremendously,
Bullseye.
but they will find peace in knowing that he is once again together in heaven with the love of his life,
Sure,
Jane.
he was a donor.
Bert is survived by his daughters Laverne, Denise, sons Brett, Brad, and Bo, their
See,
spouses.
Bo, like I just
his
told you,
12
he
grandchildren,
runs Galpin now.
9 great-grandchildren.
Has for a while.
Sisters-in-law Thyra, Gloria, and many other extended family members.
He's the one that looks
Thank you,
like the
Bert,
Gas
for
Monkey
all the
garage
wonderful
guy
memories,
with the
for your partnership and
salt
support
and
of our
pepper beard.
community, and for your passion that you brought to this world that will continue to live on in your memory. You made the San Fernando Valley very proud, and it won't be the same without you. Thank you.
And they're still there.
Thank you, Councilmember Lee.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez. I mean, Bert is truly
Sold
one
me
of the
my
greats
first
of the San
car,
Fernando
my first
Valley.
Ford
And
Escort.
Like you said, not just because of the business that he built, but because he was so incredibly generous. When nonprofits had an event, the Bachman family was the first family that they turned to. Whether it was a golf tournament, a
Give me a
gala,
free car.
a food drive,
grift
you would
on 'em.
always see the Galpin name there represented because they truly cared so much for the San Fernando Valley and the communities that that are represented in the San Fernando Valley. Members of his family are good friends to you and to me. This is such an incredible loss, not only for the families, but for so many people across the San Fernando Valleys whose lives that they have touched. And we're all truly going to miss him. The one bright side is that he is back with Jane. If you ever were at an event, they were always together. They were inseparable. Wherever Bert was, Jane was. Wherever, it didn't matter whether it was a car show event, a nonprofit event. I honestly don't remember ever seeing Bert without Jane standing right beside him. And his family is, he was the patriarch of not only the family, but sometimes we think of, if we think of like royalty in the San Fernando Valley, I mean, he was really, the patriarch, and his wife Jane was, the matriarch. They just were two incredible people that we are going to really miss. He was a titan of the car industry, which you pointed out, but more importantly, he just always wanted to make the communities in the San Fernando Valley just a better place to live. And so we are going to truly miss him. And to his family, just know that we love you all, and that just may he rest in peace.
Thank you, members. He truly was one of a kind. Business person par excellence, but also someone who is so deeply devoted to this community and the San Fernando Valley in particular, and who contributed so much and left such a legacy of service, not just of generosity, but humble service and leadership for the San Fernando Valley. And he was his loss can never really fully be filled by anybody. He was one of a kind. So may he rest in peace. And his entire family, our condolences on your loss and our appreciation for your lifetime of contributions to Los Angeles through your father and through the entire family. Any other motions to adjourn, members? Seeing none, thank you, members. We are adjourned.
Thank you, members. We're fucking out of here, Billy. Look at our homeboy. Getting his phone out. He's got this tight, stretchy pants on. He's ready, Doug. So I guess that's it for today. I don't know. Let's do this for a second. Let's go here to the helicopter view. It's a great shot of LA. Walking in LA. Walking in LA. How you guys doing today, man? You guys good? On this Tuesday, we will be live tonight. What's going on? Why wouldn't it look? There it is. We'll be live today, or tonight, I should say, at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please don't go on there. Stank comes. So hopefully you can join us. We'll be back to our normal schedule this week. Go see what's going on here in the dam. Go get some damn bait. Let's go see the dam with some damn bait. Oh, let's get rid of that. Oh, you can see more of the dam. What's up, Sadie? How are you? It's good to see all you guys. Do Stinky. Stinky's over here. He's over up top, so I can't really do the... See? There you see? He wants to go on the computer, but I don't want him to go on the computer because he already broke that computer. He weighs, almost 13 pounds, or 14 pounds now, so he broke the computer. He broke the fan. All of a sudden, it started... So I took it to the state. He's like, yeah, man, you dropped something on here? It's like, no, my cat was lying on it. He's like, yeah, he crushed the fan. So, just enough to push down on the fan. And that was that. So, yeah, that's how that works. So I don't want that to happen again. They've already taken and put a brand new fan in there. And it was good anyways, I guess. Clean it out a little bit. But... yeah, he's a big baby. I wish he'd come up here. Come on. Come over here. Thanks. Everybody can see you over here. Nobody can see you over there, and they all want to see you. They don't come here to see me. Come on. Come on. You got to remember, guys, he's still drugged up. This morning he took his last pill, and it's a...
Mission Unit Ambulance DB, 20 Portola Road, code to us at 2389 RD 1943.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Dead body, a DB call.
Below Street and Pulsar Battery, just a crew of Brea and Venice on bus number 5974. The supervisor will be responding. Monitor comments code incident 2390 RD 774.
Somebody got assaulted on the bus. Sheesh. Come on, what are you doing? Where are you going over there? Come on, what are you doing? Come on, come on. Don't go that way. There's no way to go. No reason to go there. Come on, Stinky. What a pain you are. No. Well, you have that beautiful little seat over there. Well, why don't you go sit on the seat? Why don't you go sit on the seat over there? You have your own seats. Everybody have your own camera. You got the other camera, which we don't even use, that we set up, that we spent all the money for. Of course, you don't ever go up there anymore right now. I love you, buddy. I know. Y'all drugged up. Yeah, he's just drugged up, man. It's his last pill cycle, so hopefully in a week or so, I figure his body will be through the pill cycle. It's kind of like us, right?
Unit, ambulance overdose, Santa Monica, Sepulveda, code 2 incident, 2392 RD 835.
OD?
Oh, Rob, you should have seen it. We had power crack this high. I had a heart attack.
Oh, the pile of crack this high. Ah, shit, yeah. No, I'm not mad at all. I just don't want him to go on the computers. He's still going to do what he's doing here, and I don't stop him from doing that. But when it comes to actually laying on the computer, that's when I stop him. And I just talking to him because I want him to go up here so you guys can see him. That's all. So everybody wins.
461 West 19th Street into the residence.
Not mad.
Appears ex-boyfriend, male,
Love
21
him.
years, no further descriptions. Hope the TR took her keys and her dog. Run calls for additional book 2400 RD 567.
My best friend. My son. Not mad at him. I love him. There was a chase earlier, Adelino. I think it was like 6 minutes long or something. And then he just pulled over into a driveway and got out. So, yeah, not... we've been in kind of a drought. But, the weather's been crazy in L.A., too. I've noticed it's been really socked in with the marine layer. And that tends to happen this time of the year. You know what I mean? It actually, I was watching AXN like 2 nights ago. I think it actually, it rained there. And I want to say, at first I thought it was like mist. And I want to say it was actually like rain. Yeah, the rain. Yeah, we saw it earlier. The silver card already gave up. Are you in the living in the past too? Like Luis. See, I can't tell. People are chatting in the chat room and they say things, and I'm guessing they don't realize, or we don't realize, that they're watching the stream 15 minutes, maybe even back, but yet they're chatting along with us. So it's confusing. You know what I mean?
Yes, kidnapped and survived suspect there now. 501 South New Hampshire Avenue. 501 South New Hampshire Avenue. Unit 345. Victim is locked in the patio area. Suspect is a male unknown boyfriend. Victim is a female unknown girlfriend. Code 3 incident 2404 RD 2027. Nothing you'll be able to handle identify.
What? Dude kidnapped her, locked her on the balcony. You're not going to go on there. Come on. No. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Just get up. Really? Look at him now. You know he could sit up there, and you know he's playing. He could totally come off my shoulder. You know he can. Now he's just sitting on my shoulder. Let him bite me. I'll bite him back. Look at him just showing ass. Oh, I'll show ass. I'll just roll up, show ass.
Location suspect transient female Hispanic 35 years.
That
black
tail.
long hair and a ponytail. Tan cardigan, blue pants, white shoes, backpack, monitor comments, code 2 incident 240
Cat fart, dude. I mean, dude, there's just no way. He's totally on my shoulders right now. Yeah, like a parrot cat. I mean, there's totally, he totally should be on the whole, you know how he sleeps up here all the time. You know he fits. Okay, it's no lie here. So why? And then why choose to just give me half ass? Because he loves thee. He's busy watching the people in the dam too. He likes watching the street. All the bikes zooming by and shit. That's why he really likes. That's his favorite. It's like watching the birds go by outside on the window. I'm an awesome cat, Dad. Thanks. Oh, there he goes. See, there we go. And he's still showing ass. Look at him. Oh, still showing ass. Oh, kisses. You're making up. Oh, you want to bite. Don't bite Daddy's nose. Not live on television. You're only supposed to do that when it's just us. No one's supposed to see you bite my nose. Well, I don't know. Remember, he bit my chin and made me bleed a little. Last week, I think it was, right? Like right here. You know, he's less energetic, I think, but he does act
Central traffic, unit
little loopy.
traffic 5540 North Figueroa Street, DWP vehicle involved, zip code 2172417
Located where? On Figueroa.
That's it. Figueroa is making its way. Wells, he's a little over 3 years old now. Just turned 3 a little while ago. Well, Stinky's always just mean. He does rule the roost. I mean, you know, don't most animals in your home, like, they kind of just do their thing, and it's like you just deal with it, and that's that. I want to say that's kind of how it works. No matter what. Damn, it's pretty busy here in Mammoth. I wouldn't think that the snow is still so popping. Let's take a look. Here's the main lodge at Mammoth right now. Live shot. Mammoth Mountain here in California. And look, these fucking snow. Dude, fucking rail sliding, dude. It's cool they have rails set up right there. Certainly isn't like that dope-ass park they had set up in Minneapolis, or Minnesota. Somewhere in Minnesota. I don't remember where. Dude, look at all the snowboarders. Everybody's enjoying the day. Good old Mammoth, baby, dude. Still got the fresh pow. Got the 12-foot base, dude. No lines at the lifts, dude. It's fucking epic. Yep, this is in California. This is like, I don't know, 2.5 hours from me, something like that. Depending, you know, it depends on how bad it is going up the mountain. You know, if it's not snowing and it doesn't require the chains, and I wouldn't think it would be right now. You know what I mean? I don't think it's snowing. It doesn't look like it is.
Also attempt suicide 7000 West Manchester Avenue at the West Manchester Rec Center near the library. Subjects are male black, 28 years, wearing a black jacket, blue sweatpants. Code 2
Ultra Narnar?
1484.
Ultra Narnar. Yeah, it's, you know, so it just depends on how long. And then again, problem is when it's so fucking nice out, there's not much to do. And it's like a Friday, you know, or a Saturday, you have a lot of people trying to get up there. So that's the problem too. So it just depends on when you know, get up there. But I'd say about 2.5 hours. It's not that bad. And you're up into the mountaintops. And, you know, Mammoth is probably, you know, the premier ski resort, I would say, here in Southern California. I could be wrong. I don't ski, but
5455 Wilshire Boulevard, 5455 Wilshire Boulevard, LA School of Nursing in the laboratory. Suspects male Hispanic, fired gunshots. Code 3-2428.
5 hours from you?
Semi-professional.
It's not 5 hours from me. Well, it's not 5 hours. It's not that far. I mean, fuck, Mountain High is hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. You can be at Mountain High. So another hour or so, like I said. Past Mountain High.
Lamborghini screaming while in 4th and Virgil. 4th and Virgil on the northwest corner of 4th and Virgil inside the light blue tent. Code 3 incident 2437 RD 2029.
I got a lady screaming from the tent. That's it. Look, there's a lot of skis on that rack.
15 man, 8800
Pretty
South
packed.
River Street, Algin Sutton Rec Center. Near the basketball courts and workout equipment. Suspect male Hispanic, bald, 5'7", heavy set, shirtless, black shorts, white shoes, tattoos on chest, back, and arms. Code 2 incident 2440 RD 1801.
No shirt, no tattoos everywhere.
No shirt, no shoes, no ties.
1025 South Figueroa Street, 1025 South Figueroa Street. Suspect last seen on a bicycle westbound 112 towards Hoover. Suspect no black, green spire, black pants, weapon use 9mm handgun. Code 3 is 2439 or 1841.
Located where? on Figueroa.
Garage, I think they closed that down for the year. We watched them.
Years, threatening PR with a metal stick. Code 3 incident 2443, stand by for...
Got a metal stick?
Beat him with sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, because we used to love to watch Highland Hills. That was the premier fucking...
Anyone selling unit, criminal threats investigation, 16255 Ventura Boulevard.
Pretty sure they're closed for
at
the year.
California Personal Injury Attorneys. Code 2 incident 2444, RD 1078.
Yeah, Figueroa's hot already, man.
Located where? On Figueroa.
That's it. Yeah. You know, Figueroa don't ever stop. One of these days you'll believe me. See, look. Here's your live cam from Highland Hills now. Remember them just jamming around, grabbing this fucking ski lift and going up? Look at it now. Just a grassy field with a little bit of fucking snow. All right. So you asked me to go here, and that's why I told you.
Kidnapped suspect 632 Brooks Avenue, spoke as a male boyfriend. Code 2 incident 2451, RD 1414.
I will be live tonight, Christina. Another kidnapped suspect. That's 2. See, and that's the diff. You know? Seasons change, man. And that's why I said I went to go, we were live. I went to go watch it, and I was like, no, they're removing everything, maybe. And then we were convincing ourselves, well, maybe they're, re-grooming it, making the jumps a little bigger. Okay. Next day they were removing all of it. I was like, no.
2 suspects, transients, 1 male, 1 female, locked themselves in the laundry room. Code 2 incident 2452, RD 362.
So now you have some transients are going to, oh, look at him. He's out there working. Transients out there fucking living in your laundry room. They just lock themselves in your laundry room.
I love you, filthy hobo.
So that's what it's, we've actually had it's an epidemic now where you can't even have a laundry room in an apartment building that is not lockable and locked because you have transients that'll wait until, I don't know, because they know that usually a building will say, hey, don't do your laundry past, midnight or whatever to be courteous to people that may live above them.
11 woman, Vermont and Lexington, on Vermont between Fountain and Lexington, subject female, black, completely nude. Code 2 incident 2458, RD 1162.
Let's get it.
Wow. We've got Bush. Oh, hello, pie.
Let's get it.
Oh, baby, you got what I need. Oh, sexy girlfriend.
I got a boner.
She tested very high on the strokeability scale.
Walking around completely nude. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. So anyways, they're like living in these laundry rooms, locking themselves in, and they wait until, like I said, midnight. They'll go in there and think about it. It's a warm place, right? The dryer's just finished, probably been drying, and so it's got warm, it's warm in there. So they could sit there, go in at midnight, lock themselves in, sleep in the warm ass thing. And actually, if they have some change, or if you have those, some places they have this, like, it's not even change, it's just do your laundry. It's free. They can go and wash their own clothes. If in most times there's a sink, right? So they can get water, fill up a water thing and wash themselves, bird bath at least in there. And then, like I said, wake up at 5 a.m. You slept 6 hours, wake up 5 a.m. and leave. And if you do that all the time, they're none the wiser even. You know what I mean? And then again, if you're a drug addict, it's a nice place to go and do drugs. No one's gonna find you in there, sit there and do drugs all night.
Ambulance traffic, Los Albisos, code 35462, RD 12.
Car crash. It doesn't move to MJ. I don't think it does. What you need to do, MJ, is you need to do Ad Blocker Plus. Get Ad Blocker Plus, which is a free, blocker, and then get the extension to it as well. And if you do that, you won't see ads on anything. I agree. I'm surprised you even stayed, and I appreciate that you did. And I mean, that's, their Twitch and these other sites are killing themselves. All they get is money from ads, and that's all they want. And of course, half our money. So what they do is inundate with ads and hope that people stay after 4 ads, which is ridiculous.
Units in 10-899, 10-899.
So search that.
211,
Robbery.
silent 16601 Ventura Boulevard at the Citibank. Covers office number 2. It's code 3-2468, already 1078.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. We got a bank robbery going at Citibank. Covers the office, they said. Holy shit. Let's get it. Love bank robberies.
All right, everybody, hands up, heads down. I said hands up, heads down. Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Do you know who owns this bank? Yeah. So there you go. See, we don't get bank robberies normally because, again, it's night. It's nighttime, so the banks are closed. So it's rare that we get the bank robbery calls. But there's your fresh bank robbery call for now. Let's go see what it's like on Venice Beach. I'm sure it's a beautiful day in Venice, and it is. Let's take a look. Go stay by the bay. Venice Hotel. Go stay by the bay. Look at that, guys. Just the nice weather. Look at that. Beautiful shot. Los Angeles. Venice, California live. Could it be more picturesque? Yeah, Mr. Harlan owns this property here, so I don't want you to build nothing on Mr. Harlan's property. Look at that. It's packed, son. Don't nobody work no more? Out here on this Tuesday. Just how dare you all enjoy the weather. What's wrong with y'all? Out here enjoying weather like that. What's wrong with you people? Look at the seagulls waiting to shit on somebody. They're dumping large loads. I think that's what they're doing. They're literally...
frequency for 211 silent at 16601 Ventura Boulevard at the Citibank.
Same robbery. They're fucking, what they're doing is dive bombing. They're fucking sizing you guys up.
Traffic unit, possible traffic collision 23120 Mulholland Drive. Receive via emergency iPhone crash alert. Possible TCA location on other entries. Code TSA 2475 already.
First Responders Media had his YouTube shut down for a week. What happened, Beanie Cat? Oh, man. They fucking with him too, huh? Fuck, dude. It sucks. Sorry, Joe. God damn it. That's how it is, man.
Selling units at 10-899, 10-899. The alarm company attempted to cancel your call, 16601 Ventura Boulevard. They were advised that you were still responding. Incident 2468.
Nah, it's a nice old place sometimes, It's good to see the homeless encampments are gone and it's back to the way it used to be with, little artists and stuff selling their trinkets and, the deli and the t-shirt shop and all that stuff, driving and people rolling and on bikes and walking their dogs and families and strollers. That's what needed to happen.
01 South New Hampshire notice.
Come back to society, Yeah, 63 degrees, it says. 63 degrees. 17 Celsius. 63 Fahrenheit.
Mosconi, the suspect described as a male, white or Hispanic, late 30s, baseball cap, black shirt. Suspect vehicles a white Escalade.
Little chilly.
5 Paul Henry David 989 and 5 Paul Henry David 989. That's supposed to be on 247 630 1440.
That's why you see everybody in shorts but with a hoodie. Makes sense. That's what I like to do.
6 Paul Young Robber 250. 6 Paul Young Robber 250.
That's what I like to do too. The shorts and hoodie thing makes sense. Get some caricatures. Get you some legit handmade art. Uh-oh. Black screen. Walk your bikes. I don't know why they're walking their bikes back. Doesn't make sense. Why have a bike to walk it? Unless they're both broken. One of them's broken. You don't want to be a dick. Just leave her there. See you later, babe. See you back at the bike shop. Or you be the gentleman and give it to her, and she's the same way. See you later, babe.
San Fernando Road at the McDonald's. Suspect, female Hispanic, white, yellow checkered shirt. Undercover further code 2 incident. 2481 RD 1124.
2 hours later, you make it back to the bike shop with your broken bike. She's been sitting there with a fucking latte on her phone, just posting on Instagram, selfies and shit. I can see it now. I can see it now. Yeah, man. Seems like a nice day. Just say no to crack, the homeboy over there. Look at homeboy bent over like that. What's he doing? What's he doing? Is he drawing in the dirt? What's he doing? I think so. I think he was drawing his name in the sand. To forever be written in the sand, to never be taken away.
Cancel response to 166.
Permy. It's a permy. Shit is permy, Holmes. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's packed all the way down. All the way down. I mean, I believe that way is Santa Monica Beach. It is. That is that way. So the further you go that way, another 10 minutes or so on this same boardwalk, it turns into Santa Monica Beach, which is a lot nicer than Venice. Although Venice is, there's parts of Venice that are stupid bougie now. Abbot Kinney.
Silent male with mental illness, 7631 Reseda Boulevard, 7631 Reseda Boulevard, apartment 55. Subject is a son, male, black, 23 years, light complexion, beard, blue Nike hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans. Diagnosed with autism and schizophrenia. Code 3 incident 2489 RD 1003.
Yes, June, I'll be on tonight at 8. We're back to our normal schedule. He's using his Twitch and Rumble this week. Well, it's good to see he's on other places, too.
Issue units, domestic violence, restraining order violation, 13547 Sackley Street, 13547
What happened? I have to...
49 years,
I'll
jeans, code 2.
ask Jeremy.
3, incident 2495 and RD maintain.
I don't have Joe's direct number. Otherwise, I'd ask him.
Any
But
unit,
I'm sure
domestic
Jeremy
violence.
knows.
Hill and 37th Street at the Cliff Store, Central Mount Black, Black, Fair Black Pants, Price and Gray Pants, Code 2 incident 2496 RD 1341. 211 Silent, 4126
Robbery.
South Figueroa, 4126 South Figueroa, St. Anthony Grand Lodge, Code 3 incident 2498 RD 399.
Of course, there's a robbery.
You want the money, LaBosco? We fuck you up.
Located where? Pacific or frequency 459 suspect there now. Green Avenue and Mascagini Avenue.
Yes, Figueroa's hot. We already had like three, maybe 4. The e-bike. Got the e-bike joint. The e-bike joint. The e-bike joint. Everybody got the e-bike joint. I want an e-bike. Like a nice one. I want one of those Surons, man. All souped up. Just can't leave that fucker plugged in. Just take the battery. Unplug it every night. Or just don't plug it in, I guess. He showed the Trump rally, and that's really what got him in trouble? How disgusting. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's just dumb.
Any area coming on Southwest
YouTube
frequency
is,
4211 Silent, 4126 South Figueroa, St. Anthony Grand Lodge.
They'll end up hurting themselves. I mean, I can tell you this, that Rumble every day is kind of getting bigger and bigger. So, that's why I'm on Kick. That's why I'm on Rumble and everything else.
Suspect there now, 3707 South Hill Street at the store Quest.
What happened to Dr. Grintham show on YouTube? Nothing, Steven. Are they off too?
The victim is a female, black, no further description, in a gray 4-door vehicle. Code 2 into 2503 RD 1341.
They're not off, are they? No way. They're still on. No way. They got banned on YouTube? Stop it. When did that happen? When did that had to happen? Like yesterday or something. A K5. I don't like the K5. I've looked at the K5s. I don't know, man. I think the Suron all souped up looks nicer. And is pretty dope. No new show? I don't understand. Few days ago, no new show. So you're telling me that it happened a few days ago and they haven't been on since? Is that what you're saying? Just put yes or no. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you, somewhat certain. Yeah, please. I'm gonna put the link in here, guys.
No, we should see any air unit on air, can I?
Guys, there's my link tree. Click the link tree and follow me on those other sites just to, so in case they kick me off, you have other places to follow me. Rumble, there's D Live, there's obviously Twitch, you know. So please, if you don't, they have a 7-day suspension. What did they get suspended for? I mean, don't tell me weed. I mean, there's been weed for fucking. They've been on the motherfucker for. We've been not. Look, I did that show on YouTube for 10 years, 10 fucking years with them. The 420. It was called the fucking 420 show originally. That's what originally it was called. Then he changed it to the Dr. Green Thumb show. Okay, and I did it for 10 years. So now you're telling me 10 years, and I've been gone for. I don't know how long I've been gone for Be Real TV. 4 years, maybe? 5? Maybe 5 years. It's been maybe that long. It's weird. Yeah, that's weird. That's odd. Yeah, 10 years, Ryan. I did that one. I mean, I did the original when we first started, you know? I did it since its inception. I think it was like maybe 2 months old. We started 2 months, and then he asked me to come do the show, and
Suspect vehicle
I
is
started
dark gray
doing
Chevrolet
it.
Silverado, license 36034 Sam 1, 36034 Sam 1. Suspect male, white, mid to late 70s, black cap with green writing, blue jacket. Code 2 incident 2522 RD509.
421.
Yeah. Thank you, MJ. And MJ, like I said, dude, look into the Ad Blocker Plus extension. Because you already probably have Ad Blocker Plus. I mean, most people do, so that way they don't see. And just remember, that's for everywhere you go. You shouldn't be seeing none of this shit. They ain't paying me. Fuck, I want you to watch a Sizzler ad for or whatever. Fuck out of here. I'm glad you stayed, though, MJ.
Man assaulting a woman, 1847 West 45th
Welcome.
Street, 1847 West 41st Street. In front of that location, suspect is male, black, no further description. Assaulting a female, black, no further description. There's a second female back attempting to help the victim. It's code 3 incident 2525 RD 395.
Some piece of shit beating on a lady over there. What an asshole.
You dick!
Love Sizzlers. Yeah, but I just don't want you to have to be watching the ads, Mad Trees, because Sizzler ain't paying me. They're paying these ding-dongs. And I want to tell you, like I said, they used to give us a 70-30 cut where I'd get 70 cents on a dollar. Now they switched it to 50 cents on a dollar. So now you're watching more ads, which I don't get paid for, plus they're taking 20% more.
Unknown trouble, 4th and Western. See the Uber driver in a red Toyota Corolla. Code 3 instant 2533 RD 2022. On unit.
It should, MJ. I mean, why not find out? Yeah, it's really lame. You want to know how Jeff Bezos builds those dick rockets? It's people like me. It's off the backs of people like me because he needs 20% more. You know, to him, it's a big deal.
On unit code 4, 4126 South Figueroa.
It's how the rich stay rich, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? No excuses. Went from fucking 70-30 to 50-50 all of a sudden. Who gets a 50% cut? Not your sports agent, not your lawyer, not the federal government, not the IRS, whoever the fuck you name it. Even I don't maybe a divorce court?
26 South Figueroa to 1847 West 41st Street.
It's
333 responding code 3 from Jefferson and Catalina.
It's the same Figueroa call.
47 West 41st Street.
They're just responding to the call. That's why you keep hearing it. Yeah, I agree. Bandit, that's absolutely true. And that a lot of them have gone to Rumble as well. Well, look, I don't think in a class action lawsuit anything's going to work because it's not like you signed an agreement. They're in that sense to hold to that payment level, you know, or percentage. You know, and all they're going to say is, well, it costs more to run the servers now, and this, that, and the other, and, you know, which is bullshit. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, what am I going to do? Look, I wouldn't know any of you guys if it weren't for these sites. So I give them that. But I just think it's way too crazy of a cut.
High frequency, violent male with mental illness, 7631 Reseda Boulevard.
Oh, I got a crazy guy going crazy. Let's go Lakers, yes. Yeah, so it's yeah, man. Yeah. I just think fucked up. So it is what it is, man. You do your best to get around it. I'm sad to hear that I need to text B and ask him why they said it must be because of weed. It's the only thing I can. Oh, that's it, right? Because he ain't showing no rallies or nothing like that. That's all I can think of. Why would it? What else would it be? Has to be cannabis related. So what? They can't smoke weed on the Dr. Green Thumb show anymore? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, is that where we're at right now on YouTube? That's a wild one. That's a fucking wild one. That just blew my mind. Sad to hear. So that they, you know, there must be some new enforcement going on, because again, they've deemed my shit harmful content and took away all monetization. Right? They did that. What? 3 weeks ago, guys? What would you say? A month?
Unit, ambulance battery 1710 West 7th Street at the Vanguard Center. Subjects in the front lobby. It's code incident 2536 266.
They don't like Cypress Hill. Well, look,
Suspect in custody.
it's not that. Look, with Cypress Hill, that the problem with that is as much as they want to play their own music, they can't, because they don't. I don't believe they own the rights to it, which most artists don't own their own catalog. Okay, I believe Sony Music owns that. So if you play it, they play it, anybody plays it, you better pay Sony. Sony doesn't play around. And that's how that works. Okay? That's how it works. Okay? So that way they can send a royalty check when it does get paid to them, the artist. That's how it works.
478.
So they get flagged on their own shit. It's crazy, right? You can't even play your own shit without YouTube. But it's also because of the
478 is requesting additional unit 8 in
the
lot
labels.
freeway entrance.
The labels not wanting people to play, and they feel as though people are using music, you know, and making money off their product, so to speak, on YouTube. So they ban it across the board. So it's just he's caught in the net in a sense. You know what I mean? So it's really weird. Moxie, I mean, he's, you know, you see him now, he's chilling, he's eating, he's drinking, he's peeing a little too much. But that's a good thing. We want him to pee. He wasn't peeing. That was
Unit come in on a limited frequency for
But-
suspect there now, 4th and Western.
peeing places every once in a while that he shouldn't, but apparently that's normal with the drugs. You kind of lose your bladder control. So the drugs ended today at 8 a.m.
Investigation 22250 Elkwood Street at Columbus Middle School. Code 2 incident 2550 RD 2114.
So what I'm hoping and praying is from here on out, in the next, you know, give him a few more days, let the meds kind of get out of his system, and I'm hoping he's back to normal. You know, we don't have to, you know, he's back to a normal life. And I know he's peeing. I can tell you because he peed on the floor where he shouldn't have, and you know I can't get mad at him because, like I said, it's the drugs that are causing that. And I can tell you, it looked like I pissed on the floor. It was like that much piss.
Items code 4
I was like,
7631
what the
Reseda Boulevard,
fuck?
Unit 55, suspect
But that's-
subject GON.
That's a good thing. That means he's getting water intake. That means he's cleared up. He's cleared out. So there is some good, you take the good with the bad. And then everything I read, everything I've talked to the vet about, that's normal. Because of the drugs, you just lose your bladder control. So he's now done with the drugs. So hopefully he'll, things will be good, and he'll be, what do you call it? He'll be back to normal. So that's all I can hope for, you know. We've done all we can do. We've given him all his shots, all the meds given, changed his diet. I bought 2 cases of the what do you call it? Of the special food for him, the prescription food. What else? I you know, it's really about it. I don't know what else to say. Bought him extra, put water everywhere for him. You know, clean new bowls. So, yeah. You happy boy now?
As you
Happy
see, you
boy?
received the code for Westbound.
You're a happy cat, huh? Love thee. Papa loves you. I love you.
Any North Hollywood unit, possible 459 suspects,
Burglary.
11119 Camarillo Street, secondhand information from PR's neighbor.
Little over 3.
1 male white or male Hispanic wearing a blue shirt.
All right.
Suspect number 2, male white or male Hispanic, light blue shirt, black jacket on top of PR's roof. Code 2 instead 2560, RD 1555.
Yeah, the urinary care, Jonathan. With the stress relief, so kind of just, you know, because at first we didn't know, is it stress related? Is it just him being, you know, a behavioral issue? And it wasn't that. You need to go over all that. And
I
it,
just code
and
40,
it wasn't.
47 West 41st Street, no evidence of crime.
He just had the crystals in his pee that blocked everything up. So, suspect in custody after shooting. Oh boy, awesome. Go check it out, Cecil. No, you don't have to do that, Moxie. We got a lot of stuff, and you guys have already sent a ton of donos.
Suspect Willow and Mateo at the Blue Bottle Coffee. Suspect male, Hispanic, male shirt, short. Suspect armed with a large piece of metal. Suspect currently on the roof. Code 2566, RD159.
Guy armed with a metal of some sort on the roof at a coffee shop? That sounds awesome. Sound vibrations? Yeah, you know, they said with you know, with what they gave him in this diet, it's really good. Again, apparently the diet's really good at what you call it, at breaking it up. It's very, like, it eats the crystals, so they don't even form. It eats it up before it's even able to form. I mean, fuck, I'm telling you, it's literally prescription food. You can't just go buy it.
I just go 45455 bullshit evidence.
I had to upload the veterinarian's prescription online to Chewy, and then they still contacted me and contacted the vet. It's weird.
Corbin Avenue is now battery suspect at the Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy.
Will direct the suspect. Suspect 2 female white employees. Number 1, 2030.
Ooh, gamer.
Number 2, 40s and 50s wearing a dark person has dark brown hair, wearing a possible black sweatshirt. Suspect number 2 assaulted PR. Now code 2 and 2561, RD 1782.
I mean, man, it's interesting, you know. Nobody gave the Kings a chance. They won at least 2, which was nice. You know, they lost twice in a row to Edmonton. Edmonton, really good team. So I'm not mad at my club. They played well. You've also exposed how bad the goaltending is. You can't have a goaltender like Carpasalo, who's giving up 4 goals a game, and expect to score 5 a game to win. It's impossible. It's impossible. So you can't do that. You got to address the goaltending this year right away. You shipped out, Quick, which again, I don't know if he's gonna do much better, but I mean, the Vegas Knights are doing well. I mean, you know, for the little time that he's played all right for them. So we need to address goaltending. But having said that, everybody was so busy sucking the dicks of the Boston Bruins. Nobody gave the chance to the Florida Panthers. And you saw what happened? Saw how all the pressure, like I always say, hi, Terry. It's good to see you. You know, how everybody was saying, well, they have no chance. They're going to steamroll everybody. You've already gave them the cup. And then look at them. They lose. They lose to the Panthers, who are the 5th seed or something like that. I don't know. So, yeah. Or the 8th seed, I think, even. So, no, I don't think they were the 8th. Oh, what are you doing back there? So, yeah. So, I don't think the Panthers, I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to win. But that was a huge victory for them. You know, it was a huge victory for the Seattle Kraken. You know what I mean? For the Kraken to take off the defending champions, or knock off rather the defending champions. That's huge. The 8th seed, right? Yeah, so 1 plays 8, right? So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. For the 8th seed to knock the 1 seed off was amazing. And then to see the Kraken do what they did against against Colorado, the defending champs. Interesting. Not good for the NHL and the ratings in a sense. Okay, they want to see the Bruins. It's a big town, right? People wanted to see that. Especially the Bruin fans, of course. And again, the Rangers. Look at the Rangers. Went up 2-0 in New Jersey against the Devils and then lose in Game 7. Big for the Devils. But again, Rangers, New York, bigger market than New Jersey. Let's just be honest. Okay? Forget about feelings for just a second. Forget about who you like. Just market versus market. What's better for the NHL and growth? Because you want your playoffs big and packed. And again, this was the first year that Ovechkin and Crosby did not make the playoffs. So your 2 biggest veteran stars that are left in the game didn't make the playoffs. First time in like 13 seasons. So, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's going to be one hell of a battle between Vegas and Edmonton. And then again, for Toronto, to knock off Tampa in the fashion they did, we'll see if, you got 2 Canadian teams left, right? It's all you got left since Winnipeg got knocked out, right? All you have is Edmonton and, Toronto. That's it. And if one of those don't win, oh boy, Canada goes down again.
Client male black, tattoos from head to toe, blue head,
Smoke.
white shirt and black sweatpants, as well as the staff at location that threatened to harm them and then himself. Code 22855 RD 1034.
I haven't mentioned Dallas. Dallas is a great team.
Suspect is walking eastbound. Correction, walking northbound on Corbin from Ventura. A male lab 5'11", medium build, dark complexion. Red blouse, wearing a purple baseball hat, white t-shirt, gray sweatpants, and sandals. Code 2 incident 2589 RD 1061.
Trade Crosby to Vegas? Oh, fuck no. No, Dave P. Stars are great. I mean, I haven't talked about a few teams, but the Stars are a great team. Robertson is a phenomenal player. Odinger's, a timely goaltender. You know what I mean? Really, goaltending is what it's all about. And what's his name from fucking, is it Akira? From,
Demonstrate unit vandalism
from New Jersey?
1615
killing it.
Chevron gas station. Side of the location. Suspect transient male white, black hat, camouflage face mask, black sweater, blue jeans. Monitor comments code 2 incident 2594 RD 1758.
And they got a ton of talent in Dallas. Seguin's still a great player. It's not like it's just Robertson. They have a ton of great forwards and a good goaltending, and solid defense. They have really it all. The Stars do, So I always say, I always tell you, if you're in, you have a chance. People always tell me, do you think that guy has a chance? Do you think this guy has a chance? There's Irma, the biggest Stars fan I know.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
I mean, the biggest, Knights fan. Sorry, Knights fan, not Star fan. Knights fan. Yeah, she loves the Knights. The Golden Knights. Thanks, Irma. Thank you, Irma. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, I gotta say, it's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a really good series. I think Edmonton and Vegas.
264 Archbridge Street in the crush, second-hand info. Suspect is a male in 60s, plaid shirt, shorts, and bicycle. Code 2 incident 2595 RD 2157.
Devils praying they don't face quick. Yeah, what was that? 2014 when we won the cup against them. I think it was 2014, right? Because 2012 we beat out the Rangers, right? Fuck, I don't even remember. My mind's gone. I remember that's what it was, because I remember the Rangers beating Montreal, and I wanted the Montreal to win because I wanted payback for '93. Mr. Harlan does own the NHL. So yeah.
West Wales unit 1099, 1099, you're possible 80W. W suspect at Corbin and Ventura is now a citizen following a possible ADW suspect. The suspect is walking with a staff member. Suspect originally
Oh, the Rangers in 14, so the Devils in 12. There it is. Had it backwards.
Unknown if he is armed at this time. It's now code 3 incident 2589 already 1061.
Yeah, I had it backwards. Thank you, Lone. 12, it was Devils. Yeah, 14, it was against Lundqvist. Yeah. I just wanted Montreal to win that series so we could get payback against, Montreal in 93. 92, 93, the whole McSorley stick, it's still ugly. Still sits in my mind. We really should be 3-time cup winners. With Gretzky should have had another cup right there. Fuck. But it is what it is. Montreal had a really good team that year. Fucking a lot of Hall of Famers. Including probably the greatest goaltender to ever play the game in Patrick Waugh. I'm not even talking about old ones, Lobster. I'm not even talking about Maurice Richard and anybody like that, or Jean Beliveau. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about that current team. Russ Courtnall, Eric Desjardins, Dennis Savard, Patrick Waugh. I mean, they had Patrice Brisebois. They had some really good players on that team. That's why they won the cup. Guy Carbonneau. They weren't slouches. I mean, fuck, Montreal ain't won since then. They ain't done dick since then. So. It's not Raw. It's Patrick Waugh. Yeah, I just think that, sometimes, again, you don't have to have the biggest names. You just have to have the chemistry. Some teams have been playing so well.
Suspect there now,
And I can tell you,
Mateo Street, on the roof of Blue Bottle Coffee, suspect transient.
Still
now
on the
10
roof.
Late 30s, dark short hair, brown eyes, no shirt, black shorts, code 2, incident 2607-3159.
well, I met all of them. I remember meeting all of them, and I could tell you all of them were really kind. Hockey players are all really nice. I really can't. The only asshole hockey player I ever met was Tony Granato. He was mean to us a few times. He's just a dick. So didn't really ask much of Tony Granato. But other than that, every hockey player I've ever met, fucking kind. I mean, really nice. Especially the ones who don't sign a lot. They're like grabbing the cards you got and thumbing through them and taking a whole stack, taking one for them and signing the whole fucking thing. They're nice like that, Because when Montreal played in the Cup here, they stayed at the Lowe's in Santa Monica. Same with the Dallas Cowboys. When the Cowboys played the Super Bowl here against Buffalo, they stayed at the Lowe's too. Beautiful hotel. Right on the beach, right here. It's literally, if you took a skateboard, you'd make it there in 10 minutes on this path that way. 10 minutes, you'd be and so you'd sit up there and they wouldn't bother you. And most people weren't there. They didn't know they were staying there. So there wasn't a whole lot of people bothering you. And, they'd sign some pucks or 8x10s or whatever you had, cards.
Unit code 4-11119 Camarillo.
The NBA playoffs, I mean, I don't know, man. Fuck. I mean, it was a big win for the Sixers against Boston the other night. I couldn't believe it. Without Embiid, Harden stepped up big. I mean, fucking Terry's team, the Suns, are just taking a duty right now against Denver. But maybe Denver's really just that real, and I just don't know it. Let's go watch the snowboarders going on the rail up here. Look at them, rail sliding. I mean, I just don't know. Lakers are playing timely. The trade deadline did a lot to their chemistry. They're playing okay. I mean, fuck, they won pretty decisive against Memphis. I don't know, man. I don't know. And look what Golden State did. Everybody counting them out after, Kings played so well off the jump. The heart of a lion always comes through.
14 minutes, Salty 1, Manchester, Beatrice, moving on parking lot. Inside a white Ford SUV, suspect black, Salty, female black. Standby for addition into 2614, RD 1268.
Lindros, the big head, Eric Lindros. I remember when he He went to Quebec and they were throwing baby bottles at him on the ice. He refused. He got drafted by Quebec. He said, if I get drafted by, I'm not playing for you. That's it. You better trade me. So they traded him for a boatload to Philadelphia, like 7 players. One of them ended up being a better player than Lindros. Peter Forsberg. So there was that. And then the first time he played there, they threw baby bottles on the ice at him. He's a fucking baby. You know, Canadians, they don't take it well. They don't take it kindly when you denounce their country like that. That it's not just the team. You're fuck you. You don't like the country, eh? You don't like the country, eh? I got it. I got you now. They're fucking all pissed. I can see him right now.
Take off, eh?
Name is the beginning of mental illness 5985 West.
Why not, Madries?
Hotel.
I love it.
Subject female, black 20 to 30 years, 6'3", 180.
It should be a little spaced, I guess.
Not
Maybe.
1496.
I don't know. I like it because it's a lot of sports-filled time. You know, there's always something to watch for everybody. You know? I think that's really, how it works. Yep, show tonight, Draco, 8 p.m. You hoser. That's it. Fucking hoser. Good old hoser. Yeah, Stinks is doing good. He's sleeping right now. Like a little baby.
Central Unit, trespass suspect there now, 533 South Los Angeles, G at the office building on the roof. Suspect male, Hispanic, 20 years, red hat, no further. Code 210-2626, RD-154.
Well, number 1 overall, highly touted player, a generational player. I mean, he...
Any Rampart Unit, suspect to Susan Tide.
I remember watching his first game here.
Moore Avenue, suspect female, Hispanic, wearing black clothing in a black unnamed model license. 9 David Queen Union 720, 9 David Queen Union 720, incident 2629 RD211.
To be that big, that fast, and have that good of hands.
Olympic Unit 2053, 853.
Rare.
Operator suspect there now, 1533 South Vermont. 1533 South Vermont, suspect heading towards somebody from Vermont, a male Hispanic, 50 years, wearing a green shirt, brown pants, armed with a knife. Code 3 incident 2627 RD2076.
All right, I'll do one more and then I'm out. What you guys? Yeah, just busy. Reeves gonna save the day, huh? Little Austin Reeves. Jacks? I don't know. I gotta call B-Real. I didn't even know you guys informed me that. I have no clue. Someone said something about a 7-day suspension for some reason. Didn't say why, but they just said.
Suspect there now, 3410 West 3rd Street, 3410 West 3rd Street, the Ralph store. Suspect is a male, black, 50 years, bald, 5'11", wearing a black puff jacket. Blue jeans, was on with a knife. Security took knife from suspect. Code 3 incident 2631 RD 2029. Olympic Unit handle identify.
Security took the knife from the suspect? Holy shit. Is there snow year round? No, Robin. The problem, the thing is, Robin, is it snowed record number this year. So I want to say the snowpack is like 14 feet high when it's normally about 4 feet high. Okay, so there's 10 extra feet of snowpack. And not to mention, the weather has still been kind of like, not even so much rainy, I wouldn't call it, but just moisture in the air, kind of cold enough to where the snow probably isn't melting very fast. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But not raining, not snowing either. It's not contributing to the pack. I do not ski. I enjoy watching them. So, yeah. It was due to a video from 12 years ago? About what, G? What was the video about? Do you remember? I mean, I'm sure you do. You're telling it must have been music then? But usually when it's music related, it'll just stop the stream until you stop playing the music. And then it'll give you a little copyright, little strike, but it's not like a strike. It's just like a warning saying, hey, this video has now been, struck by Sony Music. So any monetization that you make from that video now goes to them, kind of thing. Happens all the time. So it's not a big deal. So that happens, No, they didn't say to. That part. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna call him after when I get off. I'll figure it out. Get it, Jester. Smoke. Oh.
Smoke.
Let me get one more. Let me get up in here. Killer Nar Esteban. Esteban Flowers. Flores. Mr. Flowers. Frankie Flowers. That was the killer. In what movie was that? Traffic? I think it was Traffic. He was the killer. Yep, we'll be on tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Back to our normal kind of. Get back to normalcy. Just like I said, it was just, I was on pee patrol and stuff. You can't leave that stuff sitting there. And if he pees in the other room and I'm in here for 4 hours, I come back out. It's like, come on, bro. That shit'll be stuck in the floor. So. Magic, MJ. They call me Damon Copperfield. Oh, man, they're on YouTube. Man, I got to teach you everything, MJ. Hopefully you got the Ad Blocker Plus. And it's free. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to hook you up with nothing that's going. Come on. That's free. So that way, this site, all sites, you are not going to see no more of that shit. You'll never bother anybody again. Never see all that pop-up bullshit. I mean, that's the way it should be. Somehow, some way, Twitch was smart enough to figure out how to get around normal ad blocker. That's why you need the extension. It's weird. So if you have normal ad blocker, you're still seeing the ads. It's the extension you need to add.
Unit coming on Hollenbeck frequency.
Most ad blocker knocks ads out,
2551.
but not on their site. Something's different about their site. What's up, Emily? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, they're not paying you. I mean, who likes watching commercials, even if they're about fun things? Kittens and weed and candy. They don't want to watch all that shit. Even baseball cards. Trying to watch no goddamn ads about baseball cards. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Stop force feeding me shit. So, yeah. Just weird how they were able to figure out, the block issue. To block the blocker.
Units in 24 TL 21, 24 TL 21, ambulance traffic 3425, Holy Oak Drive, 3425, Holy Oak Drive, code 3, incident 2648, RD 1135.
Car wreck there. Yeah, somehow they were able to figure out a little different. Somehow.
Signal traffic, units ambulance traffic, Broadway, 51st, Broadway, 51st, code 3, incident 2659, RD 1361.
Crashes back to back. Nobody could drive no more.
Domestic violence suspect 369 Columbia Avenue outside of unit 430. Suspect the neighbor's boyfriend, Mount Black, 24 years, 5'7", black shirt, whip blue jeans, white shoes. Code 2, incident 2661, RD 248.
All right, another domestic violence call.
Love is a battlefield.
Let's go from the snow back to the sun. Beautiful day at the beach. Let's get this last one in.
Smoke.
Would you buy a Charizard Pokemon card? I wouldn't, because I don't buy Pokemon cards. But if that's something you like, Mad Trees, I mean, that's what's the great thing about card collecting in the hobby. There's an ass for every seat. I know a dude who collects just dudes who threw no-hitters. Like one rookie autograph of every person that he can get, of everybody who throws a no-hitter. So every year he's adding, 2-3 cards to his collection. I know a dude who likes Kobe cards graded, but only an 8 because of Kobe's number. Most people wouldn't care less. An 8's worth less than like a raw card. But he loves to find 8s and buy the 8s. So, you know, sometimes people have different things that they just like. And that's the great thing about the hobby of collecting. You know? So you do you, man.
Smoke.
You know, I collect a lot of things. I collect all the laminate passes I have to every concert I've been to in the last 20 years. I have the pass to. I have 100 probably laminates, and I could say probably 200 wristbands from all different
Please
festivals.
Unit was smart. Female mental illness, 1762 West 42nd Street, the group home, monitor comments, code 2, incident 2672 RD 395.
Oh, that's awesome, Alice. It is a proud moment for you. You should be proud. Shout out to him. Playing hockey's fun. You know, it's an expensive sport. Not everybody can get into. It's tough. You know, you got to start as I did, playing, you know, street hockey. Then you get yourself some rollerblades, and after the rollerblades, you get yourself some ice skates and start on the ice a little bit. And start getting your skating down, you know, through like public skate. You know, and if you have money, of course, you can take lessons, but it's a bit much. So, just like anything else, you go skate a bunch of times, you'll get used to it. Then you can get yourself into an adult league and you know, buy yourself some equipment. That's the good thing about like places like that, Play It Again Sports. I mean, I don't know if they're still around, but you know, they'd sell some used equipment sometimes. Some stuff that was still good, shoulder pads or whatever, you know. So, this is Venice Beach.
2065 West 29th Place. 2065
Venice Beach,
West 29th
California.
Place. So the female, white, brown hair, blue shirt. Was yelling in front of the residence. It's called their incident 2676 and RD 336.
Beautiful Venice Beach, California, not San Diego.
Any Olympic unit officer holding an ADW suspect 3410 West 3rd Street at the rail. Suspect a male, black, 60 years, 6'4", 200 pounds, black jacket, blue jeans. Detained for ADW with a knife. Security has the suspect in custody. Still at gunpoint. Code 2683 RD 2020.
And that call came out 10 minutes ago. They're still waiting for help. It's busy right now. VidLook, it depends on the product that you're opening. Each checklist is different. So it depends on the checklist and the product. But J-Rod is the big young player that everybody likes.
Responding code 3 from Southwest Station at 2685 West 29th Place.
But he was 2022.
Violent female Venteo is 2067 West 29th Place. Chase the daughter, female, 32 years, wearing a green shirt, blue pants. Sullivan BR streamer in the background. Monitor comes for additional. It's code 3 incident 2688 and RD 336.
Top rookies this year, I would say, would be probably Adlai Rushman for the Baltimore Orioles, or Corbin Carroll for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Those are two top baseball rookies that are vying for Rookie of the Year this year. That you'd open 2023 product and try to hit. Miguel Vargas maybe, but he's definitely not going to win Rookie of the Year unless he changes something dramatically. Just not producing the way he likes to. He's very patient at the plate. I'll give him that. He loves to walk. Dude loves walking. So yeah, cleanest Venice in a while. Yeah, it looks so very clean. It's nice, but you got to remember this is just one portion too. Sure, if we went way down to the other end, you know, we may see it a little differently. Got to depend. You got to remember where does a certain cities cut off and start. Well, James Outman's playing great too. Yeah, James Outman, but James Outman doesn't have like Topps rookie cards. He has Bowman cards, but I'm pretty sure Outman doesn't have a normal Topps flagship Series 1 card. Does not. Pretty sure he does not. You know what I mean? I know that he definitely. I put 3 cards up last night. All 3 are the same, and they sold within 20 minutes. All Bowman, but they're like subset cards. AFL, like Arizona Fall League cards of James Outman. Because I think he has a rookie card actually in Bowman, the new Bowman that just came out. He does have an actual rookie card logo stamp on that one. That I'm positive of. But again, that's out of Bowman, and it's paper. But again, when he has a Topps Chrome, when Topps Chrome comes out, that's the one you're going to want to get of James Outman. Or the Ben Baller Topps Chrome. That stuff sells really well too. Shout out to Katie. I appreciate you buying the Jordan rookie. Sent that out yesterday for you. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, we use the one every once in a while. I'm watching Vegas, MJ. You guys all gonna have tacos today? I see tacos is on the agenda. Ken Dryden? Boy, you're going way back, Jack. What about Carey Price?
Unit 2, subject non-binary, code 2, incident 269, ARD 316.
Oh, you don't like Carey Price, huh? Larry Robinson. Well, I liked watching Larry here as a king. He ended his career here. It's good defenseman. He was a big guy, too. He's tall. And he was nice. Just naming random names, huh? NHL card packs logo, $5.99 a pack, 8 cards. Sounds kind of expensive, but it also depends on which packs they are in Rabid Dog. So depends. If that's like Series 1 Upper Deck, that's expensive. $60. Oh yeah, that's expensive. Because a box will cost you $104.
White Oak Place in Alonzo on the South
Whole
Square,
box.
suspect number 1 is female white or female Hispanic.
24 packs.
All your comments further code 2 incident 2709 or 1090.
So at that price, you're paying like $50 more per box. So at that point, you might as well. And that's retail packs. If you're saying local store, meaning card store, then it's hobby. But if you're saying local stores in like, Thrifties or CVS or Target, that's retail, which is different. You have retail version, then you have hobby. I mean, the base set is similar, but the parallels are usually different, and they make a ton of retail. Not that they don't make a ton of hobby, but they make more. I don't know. They may make more retail now than hobby. Who knows? So at that point, there's no guarantee in retail usually, per box or for the autographs. But if I buy a box of hobby, I'm guaranteed one autograph at least. That's really where it breaks down. Or if you buy jumbo, you get three autos, depending on the product, of course. And then again, Young Guns. In hockey, you're talking those Upper Deck Young Guns, So good luck. You can open 10 packs and probably get one Young Gun. If I open a box for $104, I'll get 6 Young Guns. Guaranteed. Maybe a 7th if I hit a French one. Lobster, you done spamming names?
1134 North Vermont Avenue. Inside the Wappa Grill, suspects are approximately 25 male and female shouting at the PR and threatening to physically assault her. Code 2714 RD 1162.
But unknown direction, possibly southbound. Just because code 22719 already says they're west.
I don't really dream of any cards. There's one card I don't have that I'd love to own. It's a nice Mantle rookie. Love to have a 52 Topps Mantle, but that's unobtainable. Unless I win the lottery, I'll never be able to afford that car. You know what I mean? I mean, you're talking, even in shitty condition, looks like, no joke, like you put it in your bicycle tire and for a fucking week. And then you took it off and threw it around the room. And then Stinks pissed on it. Even that would probably be worth like 40 grand. If it was deemed genuine and you graded it, and it'd probably just get authentic. It wouldn't even get a 1. It would just be an authentic
St. Hollywood unit,
grade.
Bill, Mental,
So you know it's real.
North Gardner.
It's really fucked up, but it's real.
Subjects, female, freshman mental illness, Dr. Thomas, coaches at 2721-9644.
Fake news. Just saying. No, legit though. Seriously, if that happened, that card seriously would probably still sell for $40K. I mean, like a one and only perfect condition one sold this year for, I think it was $6 million. I think it was $6 million. I could be wrong. I want to say it was $6 million. Let's see. I'm gonna Google that really fast, but I want to say it was $6 million.
Harbor units and Smart 211 GTA just occurred 1936 El Rey Road, 1936 El Rey Road. Suspect took Whiteport Flex, unknown license.
12 million.
Suspect, male Hispanic,
12 million. I'm an idiot. Twice that. 12 million.
Code 3 incident 2723 RD 551. Harbor unit for the code 3 call
Let me
identified.
just show you really fast. There you go. There you go. 12.6 million. And remember, there's also auction, fees. So you figure it's $13 million. $13 million for the car. But you got to remember too, folks, this is a perfect edition. This is perfect, flawless, which is really rare because again, back then they knew these things were for kids. They didn't give a shit if they didn't cut it right, or back then it had gum in them, so some of them would be stained. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing. It was really rare just to find a perfect one altogether. So this is a unicorn you're looking at.
GTA just occurred. 1936
Carjack.
El Rey Road, 1936 El Rey Road. Code 3 incident 2723 RD 551.
Someone just got carjacked. So there you go. See, this is what I'm saying. So no joke. This card fucked up 40 grand.
South Hill Street, suspect
Unobtainable.
30s, orange shirt, brown pants, and a backpack. Previously, bottle 1 PR. It's code 22725 RD 132.
Roll a blunt with it? I would never do that. I would never disrespect that card. I'm telling you, bro. If we wanted a Michael Jordan rookie, we could go into almost any card shop in America and you'd find 1, 2, maybe 3 of them. They're not rare.
Ambulance woman down 604 Lincoln Boulevard in the Smart and Final
not
parking
rare.
lot outside of a gray Ford SUV. Code
You know?
2726 RD 1415.
They're not rare. This card is rare. This card you can't find everywhere. Just not everywhere. How do I clean my bowl? Joshua, what I do is use 91% alcohol or better or higher. Nothing less. And then you use, some use like rock salt or whatever, or kosher salt, thicker granules. Or you use regular salt, and shake it in there. Not a whole lot of either. Just shake it in there real good for a minute and everything will come off. And if you do that every day, shit'll stay fucking flawless. Morton salt's fine. Yeah, it don't matter. Some like to use a thicker granule, but whatever. I think if you don't clean your bong very often, you're going to need a thicker granule. If you clean it every day, it stays clean. And then what you do is at night, right, when you're done, you're ready to go to bed, you have one of those, just think of red cups you have at parties when you're drinking. Take one of those. Put like an inch of alcohol in there. Okay, so every night when you're done smoking, take the bowl and toss it in there. So you're done. So that way when you're done, when you wake up in the morning or afternoon, whatever your time to, next night when you're ready to smoke again, okay, you'll do your cleaning really fast. You'll run your new water in there so you're fresh and clean the bong itself. And then, boom, you'll pull out the bowl. And there you go. Q-tips. I'm not using no Q-tips and definitely no acetone. Are you crazy? You guys crazy? Jay, you're wild if you're using acetone to clean anything that you're inhaling. You're wild. Hopefully that's a joke. Hopefully you just pulled my leg. At that point, you might as well use paint thinner. Acetone. Are you crazy? Acetone. You crazy? No way, man. Just 91% alcohol that you'd clean a wound with. You got stabbed, you got a scrape on your arm. You wouldn't want to take the alcohol, but you'd take it. Okay? Your body takes that naturally, no problem. Okay? Salt, you eat all day. Probably too much of it. It's all natural shit, no chemicals. Acetone, CLR. Don't be using none of that shit to clean your bong. Telling you, go to Walmart. That's what I do. Because for some reason, Target only sells 70% alcohol. So I go to Target. I buy 4 things. They're like literally $1.20 a piece, I think. Peroxide. Yeah, for wounds. Yeah. You know what I mean? So buy 4 of those. Buy yourself a thing of salt. You're done. You're done for months. That's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need Q-tips or... You know, what you could use if you really want to get into it and really clean it really good is, and that's really just to get inside the crevices of the bowl or the downstem, is you get the baby bristle brushes from your local smoke shop. They'll sell them. And I mean tiny. They're like, some of them are really tiny. You know, they're a little thicker than a pin. You can get in there in the bowl and really clean it inside and out. You know, if you need to get because sometimes the bowls have parts where it's tough to clean. Yeah, pour bleach on it, sure. That's wild. You guys are crazy. I'm not using no acetone. That's wild, Jay. Wild in the streets. Just telling you, I've been doing that way forever. And you guys see the bong. It's always clean every day. Nobody wants a dirty bong. A dirty bong is fucking gross. Just is. Nothing worse than let me take a bong rip, and you look in the water's dirty, the bong is filthy. It's just fucking gross. It's just nasty. I won't do it at that point. So it's all about having a fresh, nice hit. That's what it's about. And that's how I do it. Makes it nice and easy. All right, guys. I'm out of here, man. But thank you guys for joining me today for a light meeting. It's been pretty lackluster. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little better. So remember, I'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our normal get-together. Then after that, we'll be live tomorrow morning for another city council meeting. That's what I'm saying. Isopropyl alcohol, 91% or better. That's what I'm saying. Don't go to the bong store the smoke shop and go get the 420 cleaner. Shit's like $12 a bottle. And what is it? It's alcohol with rice in it and a little bit of their blue cleaner. That's all it is. You're using the same shit without the blue cleaner. And you're not paying $12 a bottle for it. You're paying probably 1/10 that price. You could use WD-40. You could. Shit would be squeaky clean. Or not even, no more squeaks, I guess. It wouldn't be squeaky clean anymore. It's exactly the same. That's right, Joshua. So, all right, guys. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Go out there, have some tacos, man. Because I'm going to go get me some tacos. I thought it was Monday, but now I know it's Taco Tuesday. Let's get it. Go get me some tacos tonight. Then I'll see you guys later at 8. And then I guess that's it. So be good. Enjoy your day. Hopefully nothing crazy pops off until then. You know what I mean? Because I want it all happen then so we could just get together and, be just good then. So on behalf of Stink Bomb, who's just now woke up right here, I love you. Love you. You all drugged up? I ain't nobody. He's all drugged up. All right, guys. On behalf of my drugged up son, we're out of here till tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, you guys. I'm going home.
Even though I'm already here.